I know that you're afraid, it feels like every day things are slipping away, you're slipping away, and you think back to a time that you were lost. Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes, and chaos is collapsing from your mind. And you say that you're fine, but now you're out of time, out of time, you're out of time, you're out of time, and now you're out of time. Ooh, oh, and now you're out of time. Never measure up, you'll never be enough. People say tough stuff, you should just suck it up. And you think back to a time that you were lost. Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes, and chaos is collapsing from your mind. And you say that you're fine, but now you're out of time, out of time, you're out of time, you're out of time, and now you're out of time. Oh, now you're out of time.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hope life has treated everybody super duper the last day or so. Since the last time that we've seen each other, someone would be so kind to let me know how the mic is working, because sometimes we have audio issues over here. This is a live show, so anyone that's watching on replay, this is not an uploaded video. This is a live show. This video is for informational purposes only. This is not legal advice, financial advice, or medical advice. We talk all things over here, okay? Always consult a qualified professional. And also, please make sure you do your own research on any topic, person, or subject that we are discussing over here, okay? Do your own research and come to your own conclusion. This is not an echo chamber. If we don't agree, that's okay. As long as we keep it in an adult conversation style, we can have an open conversation. And I would highly recommend nobody bully, harass anyone that is in the chat that you don't agree with or that we speak about. You are grown people, conduct yourself as such, for the love of God. All right? So, as the title states, we are going to go over Mr. Eric Carroll. There's been a lot of people that's been going over Mr. Patrick Warwick, the good, the bad, the ugly. And apparently there's team Patrick and there's team Eric. I'm not on any team. I'm on the team of what was the purpose, what was the reasoning behind the things that have been done, and where is the money? Is the money been given to the Whittakers? Some people say the money's been given to the Whittakers by Mr. Eric Carroll. We don't know that to be a fact. The West Virginia State Police have not came out and made a public statement about the money has been retrieved and this, that, and the other. An attorney from Mr. Eric Carroll that he had said that he has obtained to do his business has not made a public statement. Came out a written statement, a news conference, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, all of the platforms. None of that's happened. So we can assume a lot of things. But until we see a check or whatever, no one actually really knows what has happened. Hello, digging deep down the rabbit hole. Thank you for coming in. Everyone, you good, bad, or ugly, if you don't like someone in the chat, we're going to hold a conversation here today. We're going to go down and we're going to look at where Mr. Eric Carroll started. And this is going to be like not an all day thing. It's going to be a series, like I said, however long it takes us, right? Okay. And then we're going to base our opinions individually. Don't let me lead you somewhere that your mind doesn't want to go just because I say it's true. Okay. I don't say it's true. I just try to show the information and we base our own opinions over here, right? So, as everyone knows, Mr. Eric Carroll had a podcast, okay? And it's called Dad Talk Today. It's a podcast and a media platform, and it's pretty much focused on exposing the perceived injustice in the system, the U.S. family court system. And where he actually grew up in the Columbus, Georgia area. And as we know, his dad was a preacher, and his work is deeply rooted in personal experience with divorce and substance abuse and parental alienation. Okay, so I think a lot of times people only pick out what they want to hear. Okay, people want to pick out what they want to hear. His dad was a preacher. His work has been deeply rooted in personal experience. He does not have, or nor has he ever said, that he is a counselor, he has a PhD, he has a doctorate in any of these areas. It's a personal experience with divorce, substance abuse, and parental alienation. All right. So, what I'm going to show you here is what if you would Google him, what comes up? What comes up with him, right? So let's go ahead and pull it up so we can all see. I like to show what I'm reading. I like to show the things because then people can, see for themselves, right? Not just go by what I'm telling you. All right, add to the stage. That's the one reason why I love it here because you can agree to disagree and still, yeah, I mean, let me tell you, it would be a very, very boring stream and a life for me if everybody always agreed on everything. Like that gets annoying, right? Everyone has their own opinion and don't be afraid to express it. Okay, don't be like, well, they're not going to like me anymore or whatnot. Let me tell you, this is a grown up chat. This is a grown up channel. And we do have a lot of fun sometimes. But when we're having a discussion that could, at the end of the day, have a repercussion on someone's life that is calling themselves a public figure. Mr. Carroll has come out and said he is a public figure. He is an advocate. So whatever we talk about, it has will maybe 500 to 1,000, 2,000 people may hear it, and then it's shared, right? That it could have an impact potentially on him. Not saying what it does to someone emotionally. So we just have to read what's out there, okay? And that's all I'm doing. Anything that I say over here is from my point of view. It is not fact. You need to do your own research. I cannot stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough, okay? All right, so here is where we're at. And this is a simple Google search, right? Who is Eric Carroll? And this comes up. I don't know why it's so doggone big, but hey, make sure you guys can see it. So, and I want to read to you what it says about him. And this is connecting podcasters and guests. So this is a way that if someone wants to contact Mr. Eric Carroll to get on his podcast, there is a link to do so. I didn't even know this existed, to be honest with you. Okay, I had no idea. I'm not that into having people contact me to get on my show. All right. But this is his business and this is what he does. Okay. His interests are parenting, kids, family, and politics. And this is something that apparently he has wrote about him. Okay. Because he created this or he had someone paid someone to create it. It says Eric Carroll is the host of Dad Talk Today and founder of Dad Talk Studios, LLC. Eric's goal is to inspire and empower other parents who have been victims of family courts and parental alienation. Born in Columbus, Georgia, as a son of a preacher man, that song always, I'm sorry, I'm like, son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. I'm sorry. I'm going to be serious. Who swore he would never get into the ministry. Now he spends his days speaking to others who might find themselves in similar situation. Eric being, though divorce, substance abuse, parental alienation, come to the realization he can take these situations and help others facing these issues. Words have power to change the world if used correctly, says Eric. That is very true. And this is his statement, folks. Okay. Is it going to carry through as we watch what we know about how he has perceived himself in the Whittaker situation? This is not a dig. This isn't I'm going to drag him from coast to coast. I am reading what the man has put out, and we're going to go from there. Oh, that's all I'm doing. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So, I have no PhD or special education that has gotten me to this point. It was the lessons from mistakes I have made which I use to speak to others. I'm a firm believer that you can take situations that had you on the brink of giving up and make them your new starting point. And I'm sorry, I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. As long as your actions, we have an opportunity to change, as long as our actions show that. You know what I'm saying? Dad Talks started as a podcast in September of 2019, and almost 1 year to date has gained over a following of near 150,000 and is currently reaching an audience of 21 million every 3 weeks. So I'm not sure if that's across all platforms. On the YouTube, Dad Talks is not 150,000. We'll look on his Facebook, Dad Talks. Maybe that's where it's at. Okay, let me take a drink of water here. I'm sorry, I might have to take a lot of drinks of water today. I'm using a new toothpaste, and for some reason, it is making me feel like I have ate a whole thing of cotton. I'm like, what the heck is up with this toothpaste? Maybe I got a bad thing of toothpaste. I better check the damn expiration date, honey. All right, so Eric has interviewed the top professionals in parental alienation, paternity fraud, shared parenting, litigation, and uses it to educate parents while also educating key legislators at the same time. It is of his belief everything you see going on only in our country but in the world is fueled by the state and health of our families. Close to 25 million homes are that of kids with single parents. Close to 20 million of them are fatherless. Let me tell you something. When you start talking about fatherless homes, and no, I'm not. I'm just wait. Okay, nah, don't get off on that. Okay, hang on. Ooh, I gotta keep myself focused here. We have seen statistics with fatherless homes, teen pregnancy, mass shooters, suicide, high school dropouts, runaways. If we do not stand for the children, let me ask you who will. Intact, healthy families should be at the top of the priority list, and we do not plan on stopping until it is, says Eric. Our mission has seen us traveling the country, speaking to many different legislators, lawyers, judges, and others involved in the family courts, and ask for solutions in uniting families. Our hope is to change the world one step at a time and provide us better future for the next generation. Our kids and grandkids depend on us to leave them in a better world than the one we currently have. Together we can, and together we will. Eric is a proud father of 4 beautiful little girls and a stepdad to 2 children. He is married and currently resides in Georgia. You can watch his show, Dad Talks, today on over 20 different platforms. Wow. Okay. and keep up with the advocacy by visiting them at dadtalkstoday.com. Just in case you want to get in touch with me, I'm not checking this profile. You can reach me at, and then it gives the mail, okay? And then this gives us the link to go to the Dad Talks Today. So we're going to take it right over here, okay? All right, here we are. Okay, so this has 444,000 likes, 547,000 followers. So that's over 500,000 followers. I do not know how many. Oh, it's not sharing it. Okay, let me remove it. Let me add that. Okay, let me add this. Didn't know it wasn't sharing his face thing. I apologize. Thought if I followed the link, it would. All right, so here is the Dad Talks. Now, I do not know how many he had before the Whittaker situation that he involved himself in, because he did start uploading videos and doing lives, okay, on his Facebook page, Dad Talks, okay? So I don't know. I don't have those. I don't have it. If I looked in some of my screen recordings, I may have it, but I'm not going to look for it, okay? It doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? A follow is way different than a regular one. Absolutely, Pam. Absolutely. So what are the numbers? Okay, the numbers, people can go down that rabbit hole. People have accused him of buying subscribers. People have accused him of buying views. All of the things. I don't know that to be true, but someone that watches analytics on my own performance on my own YouTube. Okay, so I'll just give you an example here. Okay. So say that a video has 1 million views and only 200 likes. That tells me something. If 1 million people view your video and you only have 200 thumbs up and maybe 300 comments out of 1 million views, that tells me that the numbers aren't numbering for you. Okay? All right? Because even if someone doesn't like your video, they're going to let you know they don't like it. Okay, they're going to tell you like they're going to tell you about your business, okay? They're going to tell you how much they hated it, what you need to do better. I hear it all the time. And if people do like it, they're going to tell you. So that is called engagement, okay? There will be some sort of engagement. Even underneath my little videos here, we have 30, 40, 60, some, if I don't turn the comments off. If it's something that has a potential to be controversial, I will turn the comments off. Yes, it makes my engagement go down, but I don't have time to go through and comment and respond to everybody. And I don't really feel like hearing someone tell me about myself all the time, okay? All right. So, anyways, that is his Dad Talks here, okay? So Dad Talk Today is a network with many shows, podcast, TV, and more, creating media around issues that pertain to divorce, co-parenting, parental alienation, silver bullets, and more. To write us, send, and it gives a P.O. box, page, podcast, and it gives you the email. All right, 44 minutes ago, he posted something. Okay, so he also has his YouTube. I'm just going to look at the YouTube. So I'm not going to go all over all of the platforms. 20, that would take us forever. All right, so over here, I'm going to show this. Over here is where, share this instead. Over here is where his Dad Talk Today, 36,000 subscribers. And he also did some videos on this about the Whittaker family too. And that's the only reason why we want to talk about the Dad Talks Today, because he's brought it. He had a platform before, right? So it's going to intermingle, because he intermingled this. I have one question for Mr. Eric Carroll. Well, I have several, but the first one I'm going to start with. What made you want to bring your followers and because you're saying that you're a public figure, you're saying you're doing advocacy work for children, for parents' rights is what you stand on, okay? So, what made you want to move your genre now over to helping disabled adults? Because to me, in my opinion, that kind of isn't the same. Helping children and fathers get rights to their children and advocating through the court system for them to see their children and all that comes along with it, which is very, very serious situation. Absolutely is. And I do believe that there needs to be strong advocates out there to help fathers and mothers navigate through the system. Absolutely. It's necessary. Okay. I think the system is built on old information. Okay, it's not homes aren't ran as they did in 1920. I'm sorry, they're just not. So anyway, so I have a question. What made him that day sitting on his computer decide to reach out to Patrick Rourke? Please, I want to tell you, we have showed the information over here. Eric Carroll reached out to Patrick Rourke via message through the GoFundMe. Am I lying? Have you all seen that? That's the question I would love to ask. Right. So he moved over to the Whittaker case. He saw the money signs. Don't forget that it was him who. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody, whoever, there's still people out here in comments stating that Patrick Rourke reached out to Eric Carroll to use his platform. That's just simply not the case. We've seen the messages for people. Okay, Eric, but I want to know him sitting here one day and decided to contact him and say, hey, I'm intrigued in this. I want to help you. But why? Why did you think you were the person that could change the life? Based on experience, your experience that you say here, sir, is in the court system dealing with families going through custody. That's all I want to know. Okay, that's all. That's what I want to know. Hey, Shay Shay. Yeah, Pam. I had a hard time believing Pat. No, I'm saying I'm gonna try to leave my opinion. Okay, I might slip up. I'm a human, right? Okay, so Kim, I will play you something at the end of this. Thank you so much for your $10 super sticker. I appreciate it. We can't get Judy out yet because we're trying to be serious over here. Okay, but you hang around and we'll do our pelvic thrusting at the end. All right, and I appreciate you. Happy Friday to you, and everyone coming in. I appreciate you. Maybe he wanted people to see the humanitarian in him to boost his public image. That's a good. But you know what? Honestly, that would be good, right, Poopsie? He'd be like, "Hey, this could really help me out. I can help the Whittakers. The Whittakers can help me. And is there something wrong with that? Not really. I'm just going to say this. Not really. I mean, you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my feeling, but it just kind of. But this is now, please, we're only basing on what we've known so far. So, hypothetically speaking, from my observation, so he reaches out to Patrick. Patrick's like, let me Google who this guy is real quick. He just read what I just read, right? He's looking at the platform. He's like, hey, we need to help the Whittakers. Or if Patrick had alternative motives, he's probably like, hell to the yeah, we about to do this. Okay, he seems like a good, outstanding guy, son of a preacher, man, out here helping the kids. Ain't nothing can go wrong with this. You guys understand where I'm going, right? Right? You're tracking this with me, right? Okay, so if it could be also to get folks watching Whittakers to go over to that. Yeah, I think that there were different opinions on this. Okay, and I think that there are different motives for each individual involved, and that's just my opinion. If Eric had paid off the Whittakers, he would be announcing it to the world, but he gave them the money despite them breaking the contract. You know, he is such a good guy. Yeah, I don't know if any money has been given yet. There are things out here saying that he has, but I haven't seen any proof, and I haven't seen proof in the pudding. I recall in their first video, they both said Eric reached out about dad talk, and then Patrick checked him out. He liked the preacher man's son and asked him to help. Right, honey child. That's kind of how, I mean, why would you not? If you're looking into somebody and this is what you see, you're like, okay, this could work for us. Kimmy. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, this could work. So they get together, and that's what happens, right? So this is his platform. This is his platform. Dad Talks Today, 36 subscribers. Let's see what his it says. Welcome to our YouTube channel where we tackle the challenges men face in today's society, including culture, family courts, false allegations, and societal expectations. In addition, we cover a wide range of topics, including sports, fighting, comedy, video games, and more. So it's just basically like a dad's channel. Okay. Join us as we navigate through the complexities of modern masculinity and explore diverse areas of interest. All right, so that's that. I'm trying to see when he if it did match when it was created, 2019 maybe. Yes, joined 2019. So he has 36,000 2019. That's kind of a lot of years. And he has 36,000 followers. So it looks like his Facebook did better. All right. So he involved himself in a lot. He said that he goes through the legislation. He talks to people in politics. He gets himself involved, right? In this thing that he has to go. I mean, he has a mission. Like he's going to help the families reunite and go through the court system, right? So apparently, where'd it go? There it is. So apparently, he had started doing some work with another. Let me see if I can find the thing. He was involved in a father's rights movement. Okay. So I want to share this because I don't know. I'm sure that most of you guys have seen this, right? So I'm going to read this now. Make your own judgment. This guy may have a hard on for him. I don't know, but we're going to read it, okay? Now, this is in September the 22nd. Make sure you guys are seeing this. And we're going to find good things about the guy, too. I just enjoy you and your. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate you. Good afternoon, Runaway Truth. So, Eric is champion for family rights, yet damn it, it went too fast. So, he used his public platform to separate a family. Does anyone else see the irony? Just me. It's very odd. Okay. And I think now let me tell you something. He does a lot of advocate work. He knows about children. He knows about custody. He knows about the law. He goes to the court. He advocates for the people. So he knows that there are systems put into place and key words to say. This is my opinion only. This is potentially, okay? Okay? Do your own research, form your own opinion. Okay? He kind of knows how to work the system. I'll just leave it at that and make your own mind up thereafter, okay? Okay? So, let me blow this up. All right? So, this was what I found in the September area. And this is got to do with the dad talk stuff and the children advocating, okay? Here's my official statement since my screenshots and posts are being used in a group over 20,200 fans of the Whittaker family. I've never even heard of these people before the articles of Eric Carroll being investigated in a fraud case by state police of him allegedly taking money for the family started being sent to me and was not expecting to get drug into this anyway. Little bit of history. Eric was canned from the Father's Right movement for making behind the scenes allegations that one of our colleagues was a prostitute. Okay? On the corner. Wild times. I took the place of 200 plus volunteers shortly after. So apparently, he took the place. I took the place of 200 plus volunteers shortly after. Eric started Dad Talk today. He signed on 5 of the leaders of shared parenting with him and promised them all shows on his socials, and even made them all the cutest little cartoon characters. He had a co-host. They all started getting their followers to join his socials, and when he was done using them all to boost his socials, he never let any of them on the air and shit canned all of them, including the co-host. Of course, it was all their fault. They allowed him to use them or something like that. Fast forward to Illinois. I was asked by the Mass family to take a picture with Eric, and even though I thought it was a grifter, he was a grifter piece of shit, I obliged out of respect. The photo was released once search. I had insider info no one else was privy to. Eric started a fundraiser to come to Missouri, even though law enforcement was specifically that stating they didn't want others coming into the state yet to look for cash. Okay, so this is the problem for me. I do a lot of true crime stuff, and a lot of people get strung with their heartstrings when you start looking for missing people. Okay, and they want them to be found. All right, so I'm just saying that I'm just gonna keep reading. No, what I'm just saying is I want to keep reading. Okay. Mm. Eric blocked me on his regular socials because I messed up his little fundraiser stuff for him to grift for money on that project. His largest sponsor for years will not have anything to do with him anymore. A very prominent lawyer in Arkansas was allegedly told that since he was gaining clients through Eric's socials, he was going to have to pay to keep using them. When we've never seen that lawyer on his socials since. Moving on. People are donating cars and monies, and few documentaries were made, but we all know how that turned out using that family's name. I started call I started called I think he meant I started calling out these behaviors in 2021. It appears it was obliterated by advocates that didn't want me calling this shit out. They shared parenting community has a lot of grifters aligning off their own come up as evidence by a fraud scam. I sued the Father's Right movement for using my NIL to do so. I pride myself for that 10 years. I was able to get done a lot of things, never once took a single dime from anyone to get it. Trips aren't free. Money makes change, but some of you all are worse than snake oil salesmen. But I digress. Seems like a pattern of using families' names to achieve a goal, and every single time dude touches something, it's not long before people claim that fraud is allegedly happening. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Why does this keep happening? I don't ever say or put anything on the internet I need to take back or apologize for. Once it's on the net, it's there forever. So continue to use my content to whatever means you feel necessary, but it's very hard to catch me slipping. It's why I became the media manager for the largest push of fathers' rights, and not one single state has passed a 50-50 legislation since I resigned from that job in 2023. Say what you want about me, we got stuff done when I was around. For our kids' sake, I hope people like Robert continue to make great progress. I get offers all the time to take over social for organizations because I don't make many mistakes when it comes to putting out statements. Someday, perhaps I'll get back to in the arena, but for now, you'll just have to keep grabbing screenshots and using Rosa said. Maybe it's Rosa. I haven't said anything untrue, but it's even harder to catch me slipping in court, so feel free to fact check or call me into court or court and we will go after it at any time. In the words of Easy E's, don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit. Okay. Be careful who you donate to and let around your family. And always remember, if it's on the internet, it's forever. So it says here, and this is from November 27th, 2021. Now, please, if people know where to find some good stuff that he has done, let me know. I want to share it. All right. But whenever I Google and whenever I search, this is the stuff that comes up. Has he ever, I mean, I want to show good stuff up here too. This isn't a bash session about Mr. Eric Carroll. All right. It isn't. I'm just reading out stuff that's out here, and he's represented himself as a public figure, an advocate. Yeah, same. I was fine. That's the thing. That's why I started off with reading about him, because that's good. Okay, I didn't start in. I'm just like, blah, 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 bad, 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 bad. I wanted to go, and we can read it again. He has tried to change his life. He has, based on experience, he wants to see kids reunited with the fathers. That's all good stuff. But how do we get there? Are you really doing in the work? I want to find good, but haven't yet. Perhaps it's out. I'm hoping it is, because I don't want to look like like I'm against anybody. I'm standing here to looking for, who are you? What were your intentions? Why does it seem like a lot of bad stuff? Like, and then it's everybody else's fault all the time. That's what I'm thinking. Accountability, I guess, is maybe what I'm looking for. Because as we get older in our life, we tend to sit back and look and be like, you know what? Yeah, I done messed this up. And this was back in 2021. We're in 2025, about to be in 2026. There should be some growth there. Don't you guys agree? Oh, let me tell you about this. Well, I'm going to stop this because I'm having to do that right now. Some more of them. Lady K, thank you for sharing the $10 meals in a bag. I shared it with friends, and I think it was a great idea to do it. Let me tell you what, those $10 meals in a bag are coming in very handy. And I'll tell you why. I know this has nothing to do with Eric Carroll, but let me tell you, we're in real life right now. Some of us are in survival mode right now. And I'm sure Honey will probably seen this somewhere. And you don't have to say if you have, Honey. But my husband fishes at the largest lake in the state of Florida. I was looking through some social media. There is a certain area of nothing but senior people that need food donations. Guess what I got to do? I got to take my $10 baggie idea and go and deliver a box, okay, of for families. They're older people, okay? They're seniors. So I can't say families, but single people that they can have some meals. Okay. And I'm pretty sure she probably seen it, because I think that she was on that too. But anyways, so those have came in very handy, and it gives them the recipe. So now we'll get back to Eric, but that's important to me. I don't have to get on here, and I don't need a pat on the back. That's just how I live my life. I'm not out here saving the world, honey. Let me tell you that. Thank you. You know what I'm talking. I knew you would. I knew you would. It was something that was posted, and you know exactly where I'm talking about. And I don't know her in my personal life, but she's in the same area that my husband fishes in. And I seen it, and I was like, oh no, I got my $10 things in a bag. My $10 meals in a bag will work perfect. And that's what I did. I said, I got to do it. And my husband's like, I know you do. I know. Me and my shenanigans, right? So, okay, we'll get back to Mr. Eric Carroll here. So this right here is from 2021, November 27th. And it says, shit, maybe he wouldn't have to ask fathers for 25 bucks to tell their story if he hadn't spent 10K of his followers' money to make a photo op with an ex-president. So this is a lot of everything on here is allegedly. I don't know. I've never seen any receipts. This is just somebody else's opinion, and this was wrote in 2021, people. This isn't like the last 6-7 months here, okay? And then this person says, damn right. Preach, how are you going to ask someone to pay you $25 to talk about their tragedy when you got organizations like yours talking on their whole case, or yours that let them simply come on and share their story for free? It's despicable. But then how else would he pay for all those photo opportunities? You know, we are all super impressed with the Dukes of Hazzard cast. Um, I don't know who he got pictures with. I don't know. But the one that I found was very, very interesting was this one right here. Was this one right here. Oh, go back. Wait, let me see if I can bring it over here. No, I can't. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys can. Was this one right here. Dwayne Ward. Do you guys remember who Dwayne Ward is? The guy that stuck his face in between Patrick's titties and went, remember him? Yeah, that was his video that he made to defend his friend. Funny how he allegedly met John Mass after he paid Eric to tell his story. That's the only time they met. He acts like we're great friends and says he misses him. Yeah, that Dwayne Ward is interesting. So this here was very interesting to me. Now, keep in mind, this is in 2021. I watched the video. 75% of it was them talking about how Eric bought views and likes, which is different than boosting, which it is. Buying bots, which that's what they are. Buying views is completely different than boosting something, okay? Basically, he paid a company money to like and view his content, assuming to give him street cred when he talks to people and shows them all the people that followed Dad Talk today. A lot of noise, but I'd be pissed off of I found out that my donation went to create fake excitement. Facts are his views are between 130 people watch his program and a small amount like share his content. The data doesn't lie. Eric tried to change the apathy that affects this movement by buying. How can I go up? Yeah. By buying popularity. I totally don't agree with what. Then that's all it says. Very interesting. So, in my opinion, buying the bots, buying the views, buying the likes is something that Mr. Dwayne believed too. I have not seen, you haven't seen that one? Right. This has been information that's been out for a long time. I just didn't want to share it because I was hoping, here's what I was hoping, guys. I was really, 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 really hoping that Mr. Carroll would hire an attorney, which I think he should. Okay, he should have an attorney on speed dial anyways. If he's out here advocating for children, you're going to get yourself in a whole mess, potentially, in my opinion. So he should already have an attorney on deck, right? Some of us creators have what you call liability attorneys because we have the potential to be sued for our opinion. People can, harassment, defamation, all that. Some of us pay the money to have liable insurance, okay? There's a whole thing that goes along with it, right? Okay, so that's why you got to be very careful about what you say because we do have freedom of speech, but you can't go out and say things as a fact. All of this, that's why I show you what I'm reading. It's not coming from the horse's mouth. It's something that we're come across. We're discussing it. We don't know if it's true or not. We don't know for sure if Mr. Eric Carroll bought anything. We haven't seen his bank accounts. We haven't seen anything that says bought and purchased, whatever. We don't know, right? But this is what people are saying. All right. So I was hoping, well, let me take a drink, honey. Stamp. And I still taste the toothpaste, and it's been like 6 hours, 7 hours. Damn it. Okay, so my thing is that now I lost the name, train of thought. Lord Jesus. Oh, I was hoping that he would come out with his attorney and explain to everyone this is where the money is, this is what happened. And I got overloaded. I wrote checks my ass couldn't cash, basically. And I'm not talking about the money, about how to deal with people in this situation that have years and years and years of emotional trauma. You know what I'm saying? So people that have a lot of years of emotional trauma, years of addiction, family that's addicted, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Now he did mention in the beginning of this, when we read who he was, that he has maybe or potentially someone in his life or himself has struggled with substance abuse. He may thought he was qualified to handle something like BJ, but you're not qualified. When you're not qualified to do something, it's okay to step back and say, you know what? I am not qualified to handle this situation. What I'm going to do is step back. I have an attorney that's looking at the finances. They're taking over. I'm shutting down all monetization on the 7 or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 platforms that we are being monetized that I personally have control over. And we're going to shut it down and we're going to come to you and we're going to make a statement here. Give us a couple weeks to get everything, cleaned out in the wash, and we'll be back. That's what I was really hoping for because he does, in my opinion, have a lot to lose. And what I mean by that, when someone works hard, maybe he didn't work that hard to get the people, I don't know. But when you work hard to have a platform, even my little 7,000 view or 7,000 subscriber channel, I appreciate it. I worked hard to get here. Okay, I've been on here for a couple of years, maybe right at 2, I think. Before this, I had a clip channel. I didn't have a live. I just clipped things in the community that I was in, and that was it. Then I shut it down for personal reasons with my father, and that you've died, so that's another story. And then I started this one after my heart was somewhat healed, and then here I am now. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication to get people to engage with you. So he has a lot, in my opinion, to lose. So I was hoping that he would stand up and say, hey, here's where we're at, but it's not happened yet. Then, let me go look. Let me go tell you. And we're going to look at the expiration date. And I need to, hang on a second. Let me go tell you. Someone's like, let me know the name of the toothpaste. Hang on. Hang on. This is Max Fresh breath strips, okay? 10 times. This might what the problem is. Okay, it's Colgate Max Fresh, okay, with whitening breath strips 10 times the cool. So I think that's freaking it. I think it's because it's like 10 times the whatever. Holy cow. With the breath strip. But I want to tell you, it won't get off of my tongue. Okay, don't buy it. Okay, do not buy it. Do not buy it. I have a little experience in some of these fields enough to know I would have first established a team that actually knew the ins and outs so much better than me. Exactly. That's more of something that I can even, you know, would it be, I wouldn't even know how to handle it. Right? I mean, like, no, no, that. Let me tell you, people, you get older, you admit, I don't know nothing about that. It's okay to admit it, okay? Because you look like a real dummy if you don't know something about it and you try to act like you do. All right, don't be going out here with your pants on the ground, looking like a jack with your pants on the ground, honey. Okay, don't do that. To say this is over my pay grade. This is over my experience level. Like, and it's okay to think that and say that, okay? But for me, I was hoping that Mr. Eric, because I don't always want to see the bad guy. I don't always want to be like, you're the bad guy. But in every story, there always has to be a good guy and a bad guy, right? And people then, they are the ones that choose who the bad guy is and the good guy is. But two things can be true at the same time. He could have had good intentions. That's what I was hoping. Yeah, he's got a shady past. People said some shit, but he's going to come out and he's going to do the right thing. I'm still waiting. All right. I'm still waiting. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Lady K over there auding on the toothpaste. Man, I'm telling you what, this toothpaste is driving me nuts. I don't know if I should rinse my mouth out with vinegar, get it out of like what? Right? Pretending to know something is what causes liability and lawsuit. Oh, so I'm surprised, Betsy Wetsy 1969, that he didn't block you. I only had to ask once. I don't ever chat in people's chats, and I'll tell you why. Well, I do aggressive defiance. I do chat over there because I like to listen, and a lot of times my hands are busy. So I'm listening in my ears, but my hands are doing something. Okay, so that's it's not because I'm rude or I don't want to partake in the chat. It's because I'm freaking busy. I have to get stuff done. That's why I only stay on here a couple hours a day because I have a whole damn house I got to maintain. I got a little baby dog. I got things I got to do. All right, and every woman knows if you get a day behind, it's like three. Okay, it just is. So I've always heard that there are three sides to of a story: their side, your side, and the truth. Right? There is, you know what I'm saying? There usually is. So, this stuff I found very, very interesting. All right. And wow. So, this is from Creepalacha. You know, this is from September 15th, whenever it says that there was a fraud investigation. A lot of times, a lot of times, you know, fraud investigations take a long time. And until I contacted the West Virginia State Police and asked them, I said, hey, I'm just curious. I read your thing. Is there still an investigation going on? And they told me, yes, there is still, and this is a couple weeks ago, well, almost a month ago now. They said, yes, there is an active investigation going on. Okay, I heard from the dispatcher's mouth. Okay, I mean, unless they're paid to say that, you know what I mean? But I try to believe in the law enforcement. If they say there's something going on, there's an active investigation going on, then there is. I called them and said, and why I called them for was because I asked them, do you have any intentions on giving a public statement anytime soon? The lady said, hang on a minute, please. She came back on the phone after a couple minutes and said, at this time, no public statement will be made because of the potential with an interference of an investigation. And I said, you know what? That's the best answer I could have gotten. Because to me, absolutely. If they would come out and give a public statement, people are going to pick that statement from one into the other, add words, take away words, add to the statement, all of the things, right? Oh, good. I hopefully he does. Hopefully he gets something because I called like a month ago. Okay, like it's been a while. I think the investigation is going to take a while. So they said that they were not going to give us at the time. Now this has been about a month ago. Okay, that they would not give us a statement at this time. And I said, okay, and that was a great answer because there leaves no room for speculation. If there's nothing said, then I, like myself, another podcaster, YouTuber, whatever, some old lady that smokes cigarettes and drinks coffee, can't get up here and say, well, you know what, they probably mean this. I don't like that shit, right? I don't like it. Okay, when it comes to real investigations and we don't like that to add anything to it. And then this situation, we don't need to add anything to it anyways. It's bad enough. Right? We don't need to add anything to this. It's bad enough on it. Okay? Folks that have never done investigations don't realize just what is entailed, how time consuming it can be, a lot of sitting around and waiting for responses. Yeah, right? You know, but here's my thing. Here's what I wish would stop. Hey, yo, Billy, do you think Eric paid the Whittakers. Maybe they can't say anything if they're under a contract, or maybe they just told them that not to speak on it. It's a anything. Let me tell you, I have nothing off the table, Hillbilly. Honestly, I want to believe in my heart of hearts that the man could. Okay, let's think about this logically. Okay, so just hypothetically saying, if I come over here to you guys and said, we're collecting $1 zillion. Why? We need $1 zillion because we're going to go out here and we're going to have a gravy train roll through the hills of Kentucky. Okay, but we need $1 gazillion to do it. So you guys say, I'm going to give you. So we get our gazillions of dollars together, right? I have all your gazillions of dollars, right, in my bank account. We got their gazillions, and I'm going to live stream it. And Honey Child and Hillbilly and Truth are all going to make a third of what I've made because they're going to help me live stream it, right? So I'm on in my covered wagon with my 10 meals in a bag with my gazillion dollars, and I decide one day, because I'm tired, I'm done with this bull. I find out Hillbilly done took my pack of cigarettes and drank all my Coke because she's addicted to Coca-Cola Classic. I can't believe she didn't leave me one. So it pisses me off. I take my money and I go home. Fuck it. I'm done. Hillbilly, Honey Child didn't defend me. She's standing up for Hillbilly. Runaway Truth said she's getting a fucking attorney. And I'm out here with all the money. All right? So, that's what's happened here. Okay? So, in my opinion, for me, if that happened, I'm taking the money. Everyone thinks I ran off with the money. What I would do, because I do have a public platform, Mr. Rory can shut it down. He wasn't a public figure. Okay? Eric Carroll has a lot more to lose, in my opinion, and connections and mistrust to have upon his back than Mr. Patrick does. So if I was sitting in Mr. Eric Carroll's shoes, the best move for him to be, here's my attorney, have the attorney take over, and I would make a public announcement, and I would say, Honey's getting hers, Runaway Truth's getting hers, Hillbilly got hers, and this is what we made, and I would shut down all the platforms and walk away with my hands clean. All right? That's what I would do. Everybody would be getting what was said, and I would make it 100% public. Because they brought it to the public I brought it to the public to get my gazillion dollars for my covered wagon and my $10 meals in the bag. So you have to bring it to the public. If you don't bring it back to the public, then you leave room for speculation. You understand what I'm saying? I want to believe he is going to. I really, really do. No, he can't take. No, I don't think he's going to get custody. First of all, he doesn't know, and that's what kind of give me like, what the hell? Like, why would you want custody of Timmy? That just like there's other family members that live in that area that have never been on camera, that do just fine in their life, that may want to, if someone needed to have custody of Timmy, you might want to go to the family first. And the audacity to make, for him to come out, and this is just my opinion on that statement only, not my overall view of Mr. Eric Carroll, but in that little section there, the audacity to think that you're the only person that could give him the best life ever. He has family. It's weird. They don't want to give information to mess up their investigation, and I don't blame them. Yeah, I don't blame them either. I was happy that they said it. No, not the cigarettes and Coke. I'd be fed. I definitely fight over the coffee. I'm telling you. See how things can go shitbag and quick, fast and hurry? Do you guys think there was any wire fraud? I don't know, because I don't know how they're going to look at it. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. I mean, wired fraud can mean a lot of different things. I've even heard someone say a RICO. They could even be, could there potentially be or something involving a RICO? charges. I don't know because I have no idea how they would even, I don't know anything about the law. I know if I break it, I'm going to pay some fines. I know if I speed, I'm getting a ticket and I got to go in front of the judge and all that. That's what I know about the law. Nobody can take custody of anyone, not how it works. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that they, oh, I'm just asking a question. That's all. Yeah, I don't know. They said that Timmy never had a birth certificate. So how did he go through school? Right? I mean, maybe back in the day they didn't, but every time I register my kids, like, I gotta have a birth certificate. But my kids, that's been so many. My daughter's about to be 30, honey. Okay, we didn't need any of that. It concerned, I think even for college, she had to have a birth certificate. Those big checks Eric received brought the greed out in the preacher man's son. Bobby, a lot of people say that. You're not the only one. Hey, Christoph, how you doing? Is it low? Turn up yours and see if it's low. If it's low, guys, you guys can tell me. I can turn it up. Sometimes we have audio. This isn't a professional damn podcast over here. We are not professional. We are not researchers. We are not journalists. All right. We are just coming with our opinions. I can turn it up if it needs to, if someone tells me that it's not loud. Usually I'm too freaking loud. I'm loud in my normal life. I'm trying to find out what permits I need just to pass out something like Lunchables in my state. I was surprised to find out you need a permit to help homeless and the hungry. Let me tell you what, if you go to like the homeless camps or whatever, just pass that shit out. I don't know what state you live in, and you don't have to put it in here if you don't want to, but I haven't been questioned yet, and I just dropped off some $10 meals in a bag to I don't want to say because I don't want to put them people out there, but to a place. I know it. So does the FBI get involved? Now, here's my question, which is a good question, Brandy. So my thing is anything that goes over like the interwebs, like the internet, I don't know if local law enforcement can handle it. I think it goes to like the FBI or something, but I could be wrong. Okay, please don't quote me on that. Don't say, well, Lady K said, because hell, I don't know. If you ever go around saying Lady K said, I will laugh at you because I'm like, I said maybe. Oh, Lord. Now, I can tell you that it's nice weather here today. Okay. Now, you clock that, honey. You could take to the bank, clock that. If people donated over the internet and donations didn't go where they said they were, the Whittakers, that's wire fraud. There you go, Pam. Pam said, in her opinion, Pam said, that's what I'm thinking. Anything that's over the internet, volume is good for me. Okay, so maybe you need to turn yours up, honey. I thought the same thing, and they all been in the hospital without ID make it make sense. That's the thing that they're receiving checks and stuff. I think that might have been. Here's what I think that the. Okay, I think there might have been, in my opinion, some wordplay. They don't have identification. They don't have this. They had them, like they have them, but they're either expired, they don't know where they're at. But like if they said, well, he doesn't have a birth certificate, meaning not on location, not in the drawer, not in the safe, not at the house, but at the hospital or the damn courthouse has got one, wherever you get yours from. The identification thing. They probably have an identification at one time, not a driver's license, just a damn ID, and it's expired, so it means no good. No ID. You see, guys, what I'm saying with that? So I think maybe there was some wordplay being with that. That made it sound like, nope, they don't have it. Everyone had birth certificates. They were lost somehow. They are on file. He gets a check. There's a birth certificate and a social. Exactly. Meaning, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's low. Damn. Some say it's low. Some say it's not. Okay, let me go in here and turn it up. Turn it up on my little mic. Now, if I blow your eardrums out, don't be saying nothing now. Okay, let me know now. Am I super loud now? Oh Lord, I'm always so afraid I'm gonna be super loud. Okay, yeah, it's low. All right. Do you all think that the lady from CPS was bull bullsitting when she asked Eric about custody of Timmy? I'm just asking. That was so weird to me that they. Uh, are you yelling at Nightbot? She said, "Thank you, Nightbot, for the information. And I live in Indiana and want to help others, and I will figure it out soon." Yeah, I've never heard of Indiana. They may have something different, honey. I don't know. And if Nightbot's harassing you, I apologize. It's not a real person. Nightbot is an automated it's something that I plug into my it's a bot is what it is, but I put in what he says, so sorry if he and he likes to attach himself to some people. He's the Nightbot stalker. Okay. No, I'm just wondering what everyone was thinking about the wire fraud. I think so. I think that there's a possibility. Where's Patrick at? Seems he's been MIA. I have no idea. I don't have direct contact, nor have I ever spoken one on one with Patrick Warwick until he came up on my live. That was not planned. I've never spoken to him behind the scenes ever. I don't didn't think you could. Canada is the same. You can earn money from those in your care. Eric raising money for Airbnb and then giving to Patrick for his house. Yeah, that is a misappropriation of funds. And if somebody, there's another community that I'm involved in, right? I don't share a lot of the content over here because it's drama. So there is a certain situation that someone gave someone money for something. It was not used appropriately, and they are suing the shit out of them. I'm just going to tell you. And it wasn't as much as 4 grand, I'll tell you that. So, yes, you cannot, if you put it out as I'm going to get me $1 trillion for my covered wagon for my $10 to deliver $10 meals in a bag, and I go out and buy a red Corvette with it, that's fraud, people. Hey, Phoenix, good to see you. Yeah, here in West Virginia, it's called Vital Statistics, where, right, your audio is good. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Funny Eric did that, don't you think? I sent you an email with Google Answer, wire fraud and FBI. Thanks, Pam. Did you see the screenshot on your Facebook post about the Land Rover was donated to whoever the lady in from a lady in South Carolina? No, I didn't go to. I haven't been on Facebook yet today, guys. So I gotta remind myself that because I'm not a Facebooker, but we can go over there and look. But I gotta remember I have a Facebook over there. Oh yeah, I that's important information to me. Whatever you guys see in that Nightbot, because sometimes I talk about some heavy topics over here. Sometimes we cover cases that are very, and if I don't give you guys reliable information and such heat, you know, situations like that, then I'm not. I am disgusting. Then, in my opinion. I don't see Sharon. She must have blocked me. Betsy. Wetsy said, Sharon, you got to block. Well, that's okay. Betsy, at least that's the way that's her doing her, right? Can't get mad at it. I found you on Facebook. Thank you. And she said she's still not making. So that was nice that he donated to someone else, right? Let's go over here and look. Let me go over here and look. It's on my page. You guys posted on my page. Let's see. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, yeah. Or maybe it's on Patrick's page. We can look. Let me tell you what, and then everyone knows that I'm struggling with my damn Facebook. Look what they done told me, people. They told me 50 first, guys, and now they're telling me you need 60 days old and have 100 followers. I said, now that's not what you told me first. I said, you dirty old dog, you. Facebook already messing with me. Your page or digging down deep. Your page or oh, okay. I can go to. Sorry, I'm late. Hello, hey Gotham. Good to see you, buddy. Um, so someone donated it to Patrick. Let's go read it. Where is it? Where was it found? Someone tell me. We'll go find it and read it. Okay? Let's go find it. Let me go search. Let me go do some searching real quick. We'll go over to Patrick. Um, digging down deeper, I think. And you guys, I spoke with that content creator off of Facebook in our chat, in the chat underneath the video. There's not a beef with us. So, and hopefully, whatever her and Aggressive Defiance got going on, they'll figure it out. You know, yeah, I don't see it on Patrick. So, here's the thing about when you, and I'll just give you guys, my own thoughts. For me, and this is just the way I am, digging deeper. Um, I try to keep an open communication with people because um, you never know where. Well, first of all, sometimes I go to court cases. Sometimes I go on location to things, right? And I I like to keep an open dialect because we may find ourselves in a bad situation together. And we'd be like, I know you from YouTube. I know you. We need help. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, we may not always see eye to eye on what we say over here or on Facebook. Okay. Okay. But there's always got to be a common respect, just like people in the chat. If you will learn a lot more from each other if you be open minded, and not that you have to agree with them, but how you handle yourself. And then now here's the thing, it's easy for me to drag people. I don't know why it comes natural for me. I guess because I'm a natural bitch, I guess. But it comes, I could have, for any given reason. But at the end of the day, that's short lived. Having and communicating with someone throughout months or years, it makes me feel better as a person. And if I would happen to run into this person at a crime scene or a court case, no one feels awkward. You know what I mean? So that's just all I say. Now, I ain't saying that they some people that don't rub me the wrong way. I'm gonna okay, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get me there. Okay, it takes a lot to get me there. All right, but I'm gonna tell you, some people come for you. It's a natural reaction to go for them, right? But as I've learned in my life, as I've gotten older, and I don't have to take blood pressure pills because of this. Meditation's wonderful, yoga's great, everything, right? If you step back and be like, do I really need to react on this right now? Do I need to think about this a little bit? Yeah. And let me also tell you, people will put out content and then they'll sit back and be like, well, that really wasn't good. Let me go back and correct it. Give someone an opportunity. Or, yeah, it's like a coworker. Yeah, and that's kind of like what we are. Yeah, right. With a real Eric stand up. Yeah, natural sarcasm is fun to have. Absolutely. And but I like to have fun and all that, but I don't want to hurt somebody real bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to review Bullhorn Betty, and people are like, well, you used to read, you drug Bullhorn Betty from coast to coast, whatever. I did. Bullhorn Betty, if you guys don't know who she is, then maybe we'll review her one day. Um, she did a lot of dangerous things, in my opinion, when it comes to missing children's cases. She said a lot of hurtful things about the parents of missing children, parents and their family, and that's not okay with me. And that's why she would make, and I've stopped reviewing her for a couple different reasons. One, she got boring, and two, no attention is better than my attention. You know what I mean? So, um, that's that. But people aren't people are going to do what people do. So let's look at what rabbit dig. I always want to call a rabbit hole, but I know it's a YouTuber down the rabbit hole. So that's why I'm like I'm getting, I kind of get a little confused sometimes because I'm like, I know down the rabbit hole, which is a freaking amazing content creator. Okay, freaking amazing content creator. I watch a lot of um down the rabbit hole, and you guys that are over here on Facebook know who I'm talking about. Um, Down the rabbit hole is different than digging deeper down the rabbit hole, I believe. Now, like I said, it could be this person may be male or female. I don't know, and it doesn't matter to me, right? So let's see. It says Lady K is going live now. Oh, thank you so much. We should type in there. Should we type in there? Let me put up. Should we? Let me bring this up. Add to stage. Should we type up in there and say thank you so much? I don't ever comment. I think I will because that was very nice of that person. Let's comment. What should we say, guys? So we say thank you very much. That was very kind, and that is very kind. I'm saying it because I never chat. I'm saying it's very kind. That's very kind. Thank you. Very kind. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind. Thank you. Okay. Now, hopefully that doesn't start nothing for her. Hopefully that, and I mean it. So if she hears it, I mean it. I'm not being an asshole. Okay. I don't normally chat in people's stuff because I don't, that's their channel and I want to respect the content creator. I go over and chuck and jive with AB or AD because, he likes it. So the car Patty Boy supposedly bought Larry and Betty for the family that they later returned wasn't even, oh man. If this is true, this is going to be heartbreaking to me. Do you guys read this? I found it. Yeah, I said thank you. Can I tell Lady K is going to enjoy this whole Facebook thing? Oh Lord, oh Jesus, I'm afraid. I'm actually because people are so mean. Like I think that content creators need to, unless they're really doing vile shit, because I don't know the history, so I can't speak on it. They need to respect each other, and we also need to be like, okay, you messed up, take accountability and move on. Don't hold it, but I don't know how Facebook works. I'm not trying to tell them what to do with Facebook. Okay. So tell us what it says. Okay. Tell you what it says. I thought I did. Okay. So let me get it big here. Do you guys see it? Let me get it. Let me make it whole screen worthy. Betsy, her opinion is anything digging says gossip page. Betsy. You two are going to have a freaking kumbaya. Betsy, I'm going to build a fire, marshmallows, and chocolate graham cracker. And I'll give you some toothpaste after you're done. It's disgusting. I'm just going to tell you, it's terrible. How can I get it to show big? Why is my StreamYard not StreamYarding? StreamYard, would you? Shit. Okay, StreamYard. Okay, I want to make it whole big so you guys can see it. Okay, here we go. Hey, looky here. I don't know how to share people's stuff because at any time you should always share what you're using off somebody, but I don't know how. So go over there, put in this on Facebook, you'll find her page. So the car, him or her, I don't know, and I don't mean to be disrespectful. Everybody deserves their own individuality. So that car, Patty Boy supposedly bought Larry and Betty for the family that they later returned wasn't even bought by Patrick. Apparently was given to him by a girl in South Carolina. I figured that much though. Oh man, if this is true, that's so disheartening. Okay, I thought that Patrick really did something. I don't know who that is, Betsy Wetsy. I don't even know who that is. It is big. Yeah, it's big. You guys can read it. I have no idea who that is. I have been in Facebook jail for my whole life. No, I'm playing. I've been in. I was kidding. I'm kidding, Howard. I've been in Facebook jail for my opinion on different topics. But thank you. God is free to get out. Let get to get out now. Yeah, I don't know who that is, honey. Probably Pam. Maybe we don't want to know. So we're YouTube over here. We just go visit on Facebook. Okay? Okay. Because those people over there on a whole nother level. All right? I would need to see proof that it was donated. Yeah, I would like to know, right? I would love to know. Like, that person may have the proof. Pam, she's on Facebook in that group. I only learned of her on Friday. Oh, yeah. I don't know who any of the, I don't know anybody from Facebook. The only reason why I know this person was someone that watches my channel on a regular basis says, "Hey, do you know that this person is sharing your content?" I'm like, "Okay." I don't I don't really care. Okay? I don't pay my bills off of this, so it's not like, "Oh man, oh man." Um, it doesn't bother me. Oh, hell, that's why Patrick needs to stay silent because of this right here. It will all come back on you. Truth or not, it's out there. I'm holding Patrick to a higher standard as a fellow. Brandy said she's holding Patrick to a higher standard because she's a fellow West Virginian. She ain't liking the messy shit. I wish Patrick would just give them the money he's supposed to have. And yeah, Bobby, Bobby, yes, baby. Okay, Patrick, Mr. Rorick, if you could please come to the front of the class for a couple seconds here. Um, we need to talk to you. We gonna need you. Go and give him the money. It's time. It's time, son. All right. And I call you. I'm older than you. I can call you son. Okay. All right. All right. So I think it's time to just give the money. Eric, give him the money. If you haven't already. If you have, could you just make a statement? Patrick, if you haven't gave them money, give them the money. Who gives a flying rat's patootie what they do with the money? Those days of giving a damn are long gone, honey. Okay, give him the money, call it a day. And if I were you, I would make sure the monetization channels are given to whoever is over the Whittaker family at this time, be it Larry, be it Betty. And if they sit stagnant, that's their business. Give them their power back. That's what you can do. Give them their power back. Say, hey, here's how you log on to your social medias. This is yours. This is under your name. And then what I would do, Larry and Betty Whittaker, or any of the Whittaker family that's out here listening, I would go and copyright and trademark your family's name. Copyright and trademark. Take some of this money that you may have or may not have and copyright and trademark your family's name. So no one else can just willy nilly do what the fuck they want with your shit. All right. Regain control of your family, Larry Whittaker. We know you didn't take and drop off that damn Jeep or SUV, which I think was a coward ass move, in my opinion. All right, Larry. Larry, quit acting like you old and disabled. You out here damn puddle skipping in a damn brand new SUV to you, brand new to you. So let me tell you, I have old family members, and they didn't get no pass with me. If you're walking and talking, son, get your ass down there and return that damn SUV if you don't want it. Second, get your family's name trademarked, okay? And get yourself an attorney with some of that money. Yes, you may have to leave, go out of the county to get you one, but go somewhere and get you one. If not, call up to Chicago. Find you an attorney up in Chicago. They'll be happy to come down to West Virginia. I might know somebody, okay? But don't call me because I don't want nothing to do with it. Jeez, oh, peace. I'm holding Patrick to a higher standard. Everyone should. If you knew him, you wouldn't. Hmm. Everyone says he has proof, but nobody shows any. That's the thing. Like I said, if someone gave me $1 gazillion for me and my covered wagon to drop off my $10 meals in a bag, and I decided I wasn't going to do it, then you guys would hold my feet to the effing fire, and I would expect you to. I would expect you to. And if I'm doing right by my $1 gazillion and my covered freaking buggy and my meals in my bag, and I'm going through the world delivering them, I shouldn't have any reason why I wouldn't want to show you our progress and where we're sitting at financially, because it takes a team. It's a team effort. And when you bring your shit to social media and you want the help from social media, you better be ready to show down to the penny. You better have receipts for a penny. If you can keep your checking account without bouncing, that's the type of receipts we need. You got it? Okay. Car information is pointless because they gave car back. We need proof Whittaker's being paid by both. Absolutely. We need to see the proof. Where is the money? We got off a whole Eric here, didn't we? Jesus, because it's so much. Now Patrick checked out. Now Patrick checked out Eric's channels, and Patrick said he liked Eric's channel and what it was all about. That's how it really started. Eric offered to help Patrick where he had a broken leg. In the message that we seen, Mr. Eric Carroll contacted Patrick through the GoFundMe. And then Patrick checked out Eric Carroll's information, and then said he liked what he seen. And then he offered him on board. And from my observation, more theft by conversion if P told Whittaker it was a gift from himself in an attempt to have it cover in kind goods for money he was kept from them. No, when it was a dono from elsewhere. Right? Like, quit digging. Right? Runaway truth. Oh my God, runaway truth, right? Right? 420. Some people found that cringy. Y'all find it interesting on the video when him and Eric introduced himself. Patrick said he reached out to Patrick, but then in Toddy's interview, he said Eric reached out to him. In the message that I showed in one of my videos, it was Eric reaching out to Patrick. It's on one of the videos. I don't know. I have a whole playlist of the Whittaker content. It's a playlist. And in that video, he did say that he reached out to Eric, or Eric did say he reached out to Patrick, right? Oh, maybe we should go find it on the YouTube if you guys want me to. Patrick strives to be a criminal. He's just too dumb to be good at it. I mean, he does have quite of a past, I'm going to say. He does. He got a past. Pepper Moon, right? I was getting amped there for a second. Wasn't that Pepper Moon? Lord Jesus. Deleted my last post because it does not read properly. S/B a question mark after the no. Runaway truth, you're losing me here. Don't be getting geometry up in this mother trucker, okay? Eric contacted him. Patrick looked him up and responded in my. That's the way I perfectly said. Pam. Me and Pam must be like sisters or something. We tend to think alike a lot of the times. But in the introduction video, that isn't what they said. Let's go look at it. Let's find it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. We're going over here to the Whittaker family page on YouTube. We'll find it. We'll just, that's what the best thing about going over and just doing it, right? And I believe, was it a live or a video? We'll do oldest, because I will see it. Oldest, when I see it. All right, right here. I think it's still on the Patrick and Eric, our journey with the Whittaker film. Meet Patrick. Okay, I think it's right on this damn spot. Matter of fact, let me put it on stop here and you guys can hear. Okay, we'll just bring it right on up. We ain't got to play around. We ain't got to play around, baby. StreamYard. Add to screen. Make it. This is not my content. This is the Whittaker family content. copyright reserved, all of those things, copyright from the 1964 Act. Okay, not my content. This is the Whittaker family content. This is Eric Carroll and Patrick. All right. All right, let me, I think I see someone in the front here that's probably looking for my husband. Let me put you on mute for just a second. Okay, thanks, guys. Oh, I had to run because I knew you guys were on here. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Oh, should have pulled someone up here and they could chit chat. Now I'm out of breath. All right. He just got out of jail a few months before he started hanging out with Timmy. Yeah, that's what I think was said. Okay. I got cotton mouth and I'm running. Lord Jesus, help me. Today's Friday. All right, so let's get to this so we know. Most times when a settlement has been reached, right? That's what I think too. It's okay to say a settlement. Yeah, and you don't have to like give the number, right? Patrick did say he was looking on Eric. Let's look. Patrick did say he was looking on Eric's channel, and after that, they sat down and had a conversation. And Eric told Patrick he could help him. I know Eric reached out first to try to help Patrick. Well, let's listen. We're going to turn it on a different speed here.
And we had a lot to go over, guys. So, and we're going to try to get out as much as we can because there's been a lot of questions, and I understand why people are asking questions. So hopefully we can clear this up. Tell everybody, and this is how I originally connected with you. Okay. I was just another guy on Facebook scrolling through there, and then I see your videos with Timmy, and I was like, I saw the way that Timmy connected to you in a way I've never seen him do before.
Okay, we're start all over.
Questions, and I understand why people are asking.
I want everyone to be in here with their listening ears on so we can hear it, and we're going to put this to bed. Everybody listen up so we can, and then you can take it as you want. Just your opinion, how you interpret it, okay? That's all we're doing over here. We're not saying someone's wrong. We're not saying someone's right. Everyone interprets what's said differently. So respect each other in the chat.
And we're going to try to get out as much as we can because there's been a lot of questions, and I understand why people are asking questions. So hopefully we can clear this up. Tell everybody, and this is how I originally connected with you. Okay. I was just another guy on Facebook scrolling through there, and then I see your videos with Timmy, and I was like, I saw the way that Timmy connected to you in a way I've never seen him do before.
I love you too, bud.
The last video I saw of Timmy, or the first video I saw with Timmy when he was seeing Mark Laida from Soft White Underbelly, Timmy actually goes and crawls behind the recliner and he's hiding.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Very ashamed. And then I.
Whenever you guys, it is a very beautiful day in Florida today. Can I ask you guys something? Do you guys look at the videos differently now than we want? Because I watched it too. I got to be honest with you. That's why I started covering it. I normally don't cover like the Whittaker. I don't cover this Eric Carroll guy. I don't. Didn't even know he existed. Okay. Do you guys look at things differently now than when it was first presented to us? Pam, I was the same once Eric turned on Patrick so quickly. Yeah, everyone's gonna have. Oh, I look at it totally different now. I look at things a lot differently now, and the way I'm just gonna say that. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay.
See these videos with you. Timmy's out. He's speaking.
Wild.
Why he is. People have no idea just how wild Timmy is. And I was like, this is a completely different human being.
Yeah.
But also, I know the what's the word to put it? The sensationalism that's came along with the Whittakers, the way that they've been exploited, the way that people have put them out there, the GoFundMe, that neither of us are. We won't let that happen
That's
again.
a wrap.
And we'll touch on that in a little bit. But I'm protective.
I don't think GoFundMe are bad in this situation, and I'll tell you why. Because it gives you a very detailed who gave what. Okay? It's very to the second, okay? And it tells you an amount, and it goes to the bank. It's very tracked. It can be tracked. It's very okay, I'll just say this. It's very, 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 very transparent, okay? I don't mind it. I know that people create GoFundMe for all different occasions. I'm not saying I'm a, hey, GoFundMe person. I'm saying anything that has the ability for transparency when you're asking a community of people for money, I'm all for that. Because when you ask a community of people for money, honey, I'm going to just be honest with you. You better be ready for transparency. That's why no matter what I do over here, I do not tell anyone what I do with AdSense money, or I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that with what you're sending me, because I don't have to come up. I may buy a fucking soda and a sandwich when I'm buying my $10 bags. I don't want to have to say, well, on this day I went and did my $10 meals in a bag, or I gave to this and to the charity. And on the way home, out of the same account, I bought myself a Big Mac and large fry and a milkshake. Okay, I'm not going to tell you. Or I may have needed a damn Band-Aids or something. You know what I'm saying? So I keep my shit to myself. I never will have a fundraiser drive, none of that. Because I'm subject to error. And it won't be maliciously. It's just because I'm a human and I could fuck up. All right, and I don't have an accountant. I would want to do the right thing, but I don't know if I can. I'm sloppy. Okay, I swipe. If the card's working, baby, I'm using it. Okay, could I? Yes, I could. If someone said, hey, we're having a charity, you're over the money. Well, obviously, then I'm put into that position and I wouldn't do it. But if it was just something that I was doing on my own, I could very well easily see me just swipe the card. Who cares? Just, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to do it on myself. But if I was asked to be in charge of finances and that was my job, absolutely I would do it. And I would not have it in my own account. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? So for me, it's tricky.
Of them too, and because I love this family, and I saw you, and I was like, I think this guy's got good intentions. See, here's the thing: I've already got a platform, guys. I've had a platform for the past 6 years, but I was going to interview you because
I mean,
there was a lot of similarities there. I come from the country too. I see stuff like that back home all the time.
Right.
You know, just nothing sensational about it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're human beings,
Right.
and this is a way of country living. A lot of that's, you know, a lot of the city folk and stuff like that might think is crazy. It's just another
yeah.
day for us. You know what I mean?
Just normal.
And but I wanted to interview you and find out about like how you met, because you had started a GoFundMe in the beginning, and I saw it wasn't doing much. I think it had like $100 in it.
Yeah.
And I knew it was more than likely because of what had happened with BJ. And I was like, let me get this guy on there introducing everybody, because I think he's got good intention.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it. An hour later, you were texting me.
Yep.
And that's kind of how this thing started.
Started.
And what was it about that initial message that kind of, connected with you?
Well, probably the biggest thing that I seen was, what you had said about your dad and all that in church, all that kind of stuff. And then I went and looked at your page and seen how you were thrown out and affiliated with having your own page as far as whenever it comes to like dads, the rights of dads and
Father's
the United
rights.
States. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I'm totally for it. And,
Dads are just as important as moms, and that's usually my topic,
yeah, it's great.
When I reached out to Patrick, my dad's a pastor. My dad was a pastor. He died back in 2013, and it's still got a big hole in my heart. But I grew up around a lot of mentally challenged people.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be answering my question right here. So I may have answered one of my questions. Why? Why did you choose the Whittakers? Why? So we have to, okay, we're going to take the man at his word or no. Okay, and this is maybe answering. It may not be an answer I'm going to accept or like or appreciate, but it is an answer, right? So I'm not going to give my opinion on it when I hear it because I want to sit and chew on it for, a couple hours. I don't like to just pop off. I've learned from old age, honey. I just don't pop off the first thing. Now, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I'm a liar. I'm a filthy liar. Sometimes it comes out before I even know it's coming out. So I'm going to put myself on mute while I listen to this.
My mom, that was her full-time job. She sat with the mentally challenged, and on Sunday, the state actually would let her load up the van and bring all of them to my dad's church.
Right.
So we'd have like 20 mentally challenged people there. There was one, reminds me, similar of Ray. He was deaf and couldn't talk. All he could do, not making fun. This is just how he sounded. He'd be like, yeah. That's all you could get out of him. But he would have seizures. Mm-hmm. When he would have seizures, he would get violent. He didn't mean it. It was just how he was.
That was his escape.
That was his escape. And he knew that people was afraid of him because of that.
Yeah.
And so when he would start to have those seizures, he would go hide in a corner. And most, the ladies, they wouldn't get near him because he was strong, dude.
Yeah, it hurts him.
Okay, so that's his reasoning why, I guess.
Yeah, he would hurt somebody and not mean to, but for some reason, me and him connected. His name was Keith. And I could go over there, and I'll never forget the first time I did it. I came over there and just put my hand on his back and was like, Keith, are you okay? And he looked up at me with tears coming down his eyes. Like, how he must have felt having this challenge, not being able to communicate, knowing that people are scared of him, and not being able to have control. Like, it's got to be one to, excuse my
it
language.
does kind of look like that. I have to admit. Okay, now I'm not saying this has happened. I'm not saying this is true. But ready, that's what I'm choosing to call you, okay? When a con's the con, okay? Yeah, it's sad because LadyK and Toddy was there for him when he needed a safe place. Yeah, I don't communicate with him on it, and not because I haven't reached out. He may communicate with me if I would reach out to him. I have no reason to, I don't like to. Here's the deal. Yeah, would it make great content if he responds to me, hey, F you effing blah, 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 whenever I see what you say. Okay, yeah, that would be great for me, right? I'd be like, hey, everybody, but why? It does no. It's not going to help the situation. Okay, I have the phone number. A lot of people have the phone number. Normally he will respond to you on the page, but for what? Okay, my platform is always open. I will drop a link for someone that I'm talking about any day of the week, because from the community that I'm around, it's been in us. If you're going to talk about someone, you better invite them on your panel to talk to them straight, directly, face to face. That's how I run it, and that's why I always will. Mr. Eric's welcome over here any day of the week. I know that he'll not come over here. He has his own platform. Mr. Patrick is welcome over here any day of the week. Just because I don't agree with something doesn't mean I'm not going to respect that person. Period. I mean, just period. But a lot of people that are in sticky situations, they only want to base themselves around people that support them, that have their back, like that are cheering them on. For me, I just want the truth. I just want to know the truth. I'm not emotionally into this. I'm not emotionally invested in this. Okay. You can't become emotionally invested in something because then you're not going to see the forest for the trees. Okay.
Shittiest feelings in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I connected with him, and so I've always loved doing stuff like that. But as well, my dad, a pastor again, not talk too long, but when he had somebody at his church, when it was a girl, she was 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget this. It was hidden from me as a kid, and I learned about it later on.
Yeah, I
she
don't
got
wanna be in the middle.
very, very sick, and they couldn't find out what was going on. I was a girl I was in Sunday school with all the time, and she was mentally challenged. Her mom and brother and dad was too, but they couldn't find out what was going on with her, and they told her parents, like, we're gonna bring her to the hospital.
So I'm trying to get to your comments. It says, look, y'all, I have said things that make people think I'm Megan. And I think that that's Sunny. It is what it is. I get it. It is because I have a secret. Some people already know. So I'll just explain in here, which will be the first time out. I don't know if she's saying I'm out or if she's time I out. I don't know. If you would want a link, myself, I know a little more about this situation because I personally know Patrick. If somebody, if you want a link to come up here to clear up whatever you need to clear up, you don't have to show your face. If you need a minute to download StreamYard, or you need help with StreamYard if you don't know how, you're more than welcome to take that time. If you do not want to, that's fine. You can put it in the chat. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Okay? I'm not pressuring you to say what you don't want to say. I wouldn't do that. Okay? I wouldn't do it. First of all. But if you feel like now's the time to say what you need to, then we can. We can turn this on, a members only, and you can do it. Whatever makes you feel. You can do it with Toddy. You said Toddy knows who I am. Well, then you can do it with Toddy. You don't have to do it with me. But if you feel like something you need to get something out, then you're please feel free to do it. And you will not be attacked in this chat. It's not going to happen. And we have, as content creators, we have the ability to shut off comments when our video's over. No, do we make money off of it when the comments are shut off? No, but I don't care. Okay. Resources are also not as plentiful back in the day when Timmy was in school. That is true. That is true. We're all looking over is Eric? Yes, for this, which allows him to pay himself and right. Oh, you know what? I didn't think of that too much, Mom. Oh, that is some truth to that, girl. There is some truth to that. Oh, I bet you this hits you hard then. I bet you this hits you hard. She's like, I have this person. I don't know if it's I can't see the avatar very good. They're Reddy says, I have family very close to them all and have spent time up there, summers up there for years. Then this probably really hurts you. It probably hurts everything that's going on. So I hopefully, and I'm going to speak to you just one-on-one here. I hope that you take some time for yourself and disengage from social media because it can be overwhelming. And look after yourself. Look after your mental health. Look after your health and all that, okay? All right? So I'm not saying that because of any alternative motives or because you're with Patrick or against Patrick or it's because I see you in the chat a lot and I really want you to step back if you need to, honey, okay? Like for real. I have spent time with Patrick and uh, and really trusted him. And if you've been hurt, yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you because it's gotta be hurtful to you. If you see all this stuff, um, it's probably gotta hurt you. You know, it's just like if you go and you spend all your summer since you were a kid at some place, and then all of a sudden it's burnt to the ground. You know, it's gotta be hurtful to you. On if you're looking at it. So yeah, and I would offer you a space to tell how you feel, or I'm sure Toddy would too. Runaway Truth, you are correct, and then they're a responsibility for them being offered services. Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be yeah, yeah. It's hurt a lot of people.
Hospital. She is not leaving here until we find out what's going on, because she just kept having problem after problem.
Right.
That day they ran every test they could on her, and they came back to her mom and said, there is nothing wrong with her. There's only one thing we found, and we just don't believe it, but it's the only thing that's coming back. And her mom was like, well, what is it? And she said, she's pregnant. And her mom said, there's no way. Similar to how we hear Betty and Larry and them talk down there. There's like, she never leaves anywhere. She's always with us here at the porch. She does not leave. It can't be true. I don't believe it.
Right.
And they said, you really need to think, where has she been? And they couldn't come up with something. She said, well, there's only one place she leaves every week. She goes fishing with her dad.
Oh, God.
Her biological father, man. And she got pregnant, and she ended up having the baby. And the girl is very healthy. She's grown now in her mid-20s. Works a job, actually very smart.
For me, I didn't appreciate that story being told because that's someone else's story. So, Pam, thank you. I just think, I'm like, for me, I don't like that. Okay, like I don't like that. That's someone else's story to be told, and it may not. I mean, there was a potential. Well, I don't know how many views. Let's see how many views this got. $195,000 views. Okay, there's 195,000 people that have listened to this, and or reviewed it on their channel with 100, 200 people in there, and okay, ma'am, whoever you are, I'm sorry that happened to you, that he decided to tell your story.
Considering that the incest was there. And, but my dad in that community, because people knew that had happened, was so protective. Don't mess with him. He's the one that took them to the grocery store and made sure that they had what they needed and treated them like human beings, not as a girl that had a child by her father or anything like that, like human beings, because at the end of the day, Patrick, that's what they are. And I see this going on. I hate how I've seen the Whittakers. Anytime you look them up online, it's inbred. Inbred, which we talked about with Larry today. And after this,
I have to agree with that. Like that, I don't like that word. You know what I'm saying? Ugh, I don't like that word. I'm a single mother of 3, and my daughter has special needs, and epilepsy. When she was in school, they gave me plenty of resources, which I was very thankful for. They paid my rent and sent me. Oh, that's so nice. That's nice. That is good. She said, no, I did not date him. She said, no, I'm not dating him. Concerned you are hurting. Yeah, I was just concerned that you are struggling or hurting. That's all. I am not trying to tell you what to do. I don't know you from in my chat. So, no, I'm just concerned for you and your emotions, because it's got to be hard for anyone that knows the family personally, or Eric personally, or Patrick personally. We all have family, and it's got to be hard. You know what I mean? It's got to be hard to see this. you know, and have it happen in your life. And the Whittaker family too. They have family too. This is happening. These are real. That's what sometimes I think people kind of forget. These are real people. Okay, this is not a show. This is like for real. The Whittaker family did have 3 of their family members removed from their home. They still are not home back yet. All right. These are real people. I'm a real person. I have an avatar up here a lot of the times, but I'm really a human. Okay, with real lives. Whatever, and it affects other people in our family, whatever happens to us on social media. It just does.
It'll be the last time you hear that word on this channel. But that's kind of my background and why I wanted to reach out to you about it. Tell us about how you met the Whittakers, and let's start off with how you knew them and all of that, and we'll go into why you do the channel in a little bit.
Well, I've known the Whittakers my whole life. I lived 4 miles away from them, so they lived in Otten. I lived in Westview, and me and Timmy went to Head Start together.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think Timmy went to some kind of disability school or something like that. That was over in Beckley, and I went to the grade school, so we kind of lost touch there.
Yeah.
But all through growing up and stuff, we'd always go down the road and be friendly and cordial and stuff like that.
Now, do you remember doing much with Timmy back then?
Well, I mean, back then, Timmy wasn't as laid back as what he is now.
So I think that they've passed where, they don't talk about how they met. I think this is all that they really said about it. So we'll play it one more time and then that'll be it. Not for the show, but for this little question that people had in the chat. And if I don't think Reddy thinks that I was insulting her, and if she thinks that, I want to tell her that was not nothing my intentions, honey. Yeah, felt like she thought I was heartbroken, and oh no, I mean emotionally drained. Okay, yeah, no, I never you know what, actually dating didn't even come across me, because I can't see your avatar, what it is, so I don't even know if you're female or male. To be honest with you, so I don't want to say that. I wouldn't say that, be like, oh, no, baby. So this is now spinning. What the heck's going on? What the heck's
Pastor, he
going
died
on?
back in 2013, and it's still got.
Yeah, no.
The last video I saw.
I actually didn't even think about that, which maybe thanks for bringing that idea to my head. But not for you. But I mean, I'm sure he has some girlfriends out there. Lord Jesus, no. That didn't even kind of register.
I've had so many people calling me Patrick, dude. I think it's because the past 2 weeks you had all these videos with you and Timmy, and then all of a sudden, who's this guy? So they was already trying to figure out who you were.
Yeah.
And now this comes in, and we had a lot to go over, guys. So, and we're gonna try to get out as much as we can, because there's been a lot of questions, and I understand why people are asking questions.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can clear this up.
Okay.
Tell everybody, and this is how I originally connected with you.
Okay.
I was just another guy on Facebook, scrolling through there, and then I see your videos with Timmy, and I was like, I saw the way that Timmy connected to you in a way I've never seen him do before.
I love you too, bud.
Yeah. The last video I saw of Timmy, or the first video I saw with Timmy when he was seeing Mark Laida from Soft White Underbelly, Timmy actually goes and crawls behind the recliner, and he's hiding.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Very ashamed.
So, I wish you would have just answered the question straight up. Okay, but I guess that's not his style. I don't know.
And then I see these videos with you. Timmy's out. He's speaking.
Wild.
Wild he is. People have no idea just how wild Timmy is. And I was like, this is a completely different human being.
Yeah.
But also, I know the, what's the word to put it? The sensationalism that's came along with the Whittakers, the way that they've been exploited, the way that people have put them out.
So, right here is just right where is all they said, that he's seen it on Facebook scrolling and he reached out. That's about it. DMJ, LadyK is the most honest person you'll ever talk to. I can say that firsthand. I try to be honest. Now, sometimes people don't like what I got to say, but I try to be. And if I mess up, I come back. I have no problem coming back and say, hey, I messed up, man. Or I was a little hot-headed, or I shouldn't have said that. Because that's how we grow as people. All right. Gotham, got to head out, finish this when I get back. Respect, Lady K. You have a great day. Gotham, thank you. It's always a pleasure having you. And I hope that you have a fantastic Friday. And see you around 4:20. See you at 4:20. Yeah. Gotham has, I don't think, my mods must be busy because we're over here doing it all by ourselves today, kids. So I don't have a way to drop his. He does a lot of different types of music and stuff. It's kind of just easy, laid back. So, go out and check out his channel. It's 4:20. If someone can at least put it in, like, I know it won't give the link, but someone can give it to him. I spoke out about Lorraine being talked about on another channel. I stated I didn't think it needed to be spoken about in public forum and got chewed up and spit out. I was told I had a problem. Let me tell you, let me tell you something. And I did reflect on it, and I did state it. And I don't want to say the subscriber's name. They don't come back in my chat anymore. But that person made me think. I spoke about Lorraine's situation with how Timmy was conceived. I did it poorly. Okay, I did it poorly. And I came back on here and said, I just brushed over it and I shouldn't have. Hey, Native. And I felt, and I thought about, I think about comments if it really is something I need to think about. You know, like trolls are going to troll, what it is, whatever. But when someone, it hits me in my heart, I'm like, oh, damn, did I go back and listen? And I'm like, yeah, I did not do that gracefully. I didn't do it respectfully, because I think a lot of times we discount someone else's emotions that's put in that place that happened to them. Just like Mr. Carroll did here, okay, with the lady telling the story. Whenever I was speaking about the situation with Timmy and how he was conceived and why nothing was done or what everybody's feeling, I didn't give it the respect and the softness that I should have. And someone told me that in the chat. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a real asshole. And I said, I apologize for not giving space for that, because I should have. And, but we all learn, right? But it shouldn't be a deal breaker. It shouldn't be like, well, that person isn't allowed back in my chat because she called me out. No, I learned from that. I'd be like, I need to hear what I need to pay very close attention to people's experiences. And I learned from that. So I appreciate it. But I haven't seen the person back, and that's okay. But I would like to let that person know, and they know who they are. I appreciate that being brought to me, because I wouldn't want just to go over that like it doesn't mean anything, because it really does. It was bad. So anyways, Timmy wasn't ashamed nor afraid. He was just shy and leery of strangers. He and Mark and Lauren built it. Yes, they did. I believe that too. Oh, I follow her. She is definitely one of my 3 favorites. I am very outspoken too. Well-behaved woman, rarely make history, and I respect her rawness. I love real people. Who is that? Let me see who you guys talking about. I want to follow that person too. Oh, leaking he is cognizant of the sensationalization and exploitation. Yeah, cognizant. Others may see E&P that way, and this whole spiel is an attempt to deflect from that, in my opinion. Yeah. You're absolutely right. There's no help in these small towns. There aren't, Bobby. I've been trying to get help since October 5th of last month, and they're just any around here. And that is true, because there isn't a lot of tax-paying money. There isn't a lot of resources. Yeah, let me tell you, I freaking I went over it, and I didn't do it with the respect it deserved. And I felt like an asshole about it. I did. But I thought you about it, and apparently changed how you deal with that. It isn't something we should speak about, but you thought I did, and I won't speak about it. Like, I will not talk about it, because I want to do do it respectfully. And I don't have all the information about it. So if you watch, Timmy had a shovel one time and a hammer another time. When Mark showed up, he kept picking them up to show his. That could have been. Oh, me. Oh, I was like, well, I want to watch that person do. I like people. Hey, Nazarene, good to see you. I appreciate you. Runaway truth, everything I had burned down in a house fire, my house, and everything I had went up in flames. I've absolutely got nothing now. And you're in West Virginia? If anyone has anything that maybe Bobby Atwell hadn't tried, because I'm not in that area, maybe if you have any resources that would help him in that area, I think he said he's in West Virginia. Maybe you can, he might have tried everything. Okay, he might have, but a lot of minds are sitting in here right now, and they may be able to come up with something. You know what I'm saying? Pam, I'll tell them if you don't want to. Pam, I'll tell them. Oh, no, it wasn't about, it was someone in the chat. In this world, we are so many females and get in by family and other people. If we woke up and just listen, you will see it everywhere. That's why we need to make, oh, it went up. Shit. Let me go back. That's why we need to make sure. Yes, absolutely. Watch your children. And if you get that freaking sick feeling in your stomach, do not say, oh no, Uncle Jer wouldn't do that. Uncle Jer might. If you get this, don't, that's your intuition speaking to you. All right? Be aware. Talk to your child. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. Okay, that, and I don't have permission to do it, but I think it might be safe. Okay, I don't have permission from somebody in my life. I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to say who, but someone that I know several years ago got their very first job. Okay, very first job, super excited. Okay, got their license. Their parents gave them a vehicle, but the deal was, if you want this vehicle, you got to put gas in it, or it's going to sit there. Okay, the person went out and got themselves a job, a little part-time job, waitressing. Okay, at a known place. I'm just going to say a steakhouse. Okay, I got to be very easy how I do this, okay? So I don't defame anybody like the damn steakhouse. So at a steakhouse, first they started as hostess. Then they got to go and do prep. They were so excited, never had a job, 16, right? So they kept working and life's great. They got gas money, little spending money, still going to high school, obviously. Okay, they're teenaging the hell out of life, loving it. All right, then the attitude started to change. Quiet, reserved, not happy-go-lucky. Oh, look, I can buy my own Bath and Body Works when I want to. Okay, all right, very weird. At the time, the person didn't have a boyfriend. They hadn't ever had a dating experience yet. So I brought this person into a room and said, something is going on in your life. Because something in my gut was like, something's going on here. Their actions are a little different. They're not happy. They're living their best teenage year right here, you know? Got a car, living in the city. I mean, come on. All right, so I said, we're not leaving this room until you tell me what's going on with you. Whatever it is, you're going to be okay, and we'll get through. I had no idea what it could possibly be, but I knew something was going on. I said, we'll work through it together. No judgment. All of a sudden, tears just started running down the face of this person, sobbing. And I knew it broke. That person broke. The person at the job, when this person would go chop up like a prep, like you do prep work, they were the manager, which was a male, was touching this person inappropriately. And this person didn't know what to do. It never happened before. She hadn't even been kissed by a boy yet. And let me tell you, honey, the rest of the story is probably, just use your imagination, okay? But I'm going to tell you, it was something that it really bothered her so much that she couldn't speak, and it changed her. Okay? And it was handled by authorities, it was handled by corporate, it was handled the appropriate way. But can you imagine the first time that you get into employment of your whole life, and this is the experience that you get? It's disgusting. And wow, Pam. See, please, if your child starts acting, or your cousin, or your niece or nephew, or anyone in your life, if something isn't right, talk with them. If you know for sure that this isn't the way this child acts, look into it. Don't let the sun go down another day without asking. Nothing is you're a child. It can't be your fault, okay? But let me tell you, the person that was doing this was so smart that it was done in areas that the camera wasn't on. It was done in the walk-ins and stuff. Can you believe? First job. Oh, what a terrible way to start your career and in the working field. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. It still gets me just aggravated. It was touching. Okay, touching. Disgusting. An older man. Ah. Okay, so yeah. Whew, baby. And I wish I would have done whenever I talked about Lorraine a little differently. But I can only learn from my mistakes. I am not a perfect person. I am subject to error every single day, every moment, because I'm a human, but I want to do better every day, right? Thanks, Betty. Maybe I should have said something before. I have been afraid to say anything because everyone attacks each other on social media like crazy. Yeah, we don't attack people here. We may not agree with everything, but that doesn't mean that we can't. Healthy debates are good. DMJ. See, a lot of people have experiences like DMJ, like other people in the chat. And we have to give space for people. That changes people for the rest of their life. Okay? When somebody has been violated, that person lives with that for the rest of their life. Okay? And you got to believe the kids. And I know, and Hillbilly, there's been things that's been said about Eric or Patrick doing stuff with Timmy. In my opinion, I did not get that funny feeling. I don't believe that. That is a huge allegation to put on somebody. You may not like someone, you may downright hate somebody, but without hardcore damn proof, And without Timmy coming and saying someone hit me in my, touched me in my no-no spot, okay? No-no spot, unless it's told. Just to accuse someone willy-nilly like that, that is huge to do. It's not about whether anything improper actually happened now or not. It's about two men who claim to be advocating for this family, not knowing enough to avoid the appearance of impropriety. That's truth. Yes, the sheriff was the one that listened to me, and even today that man has a place in my heart. Yeah, right? Let me tell you, people will, whenever, if you've been violated on any level, you're going to remember it like it's going to be etched in your mind. It's merely proof that neither of them should ever have been advocating for this family. Yeah, when children rely on adult in their lives. That's right. Children rely on the adult. How can you expect the damn child to make adult choices when they aren't capable mentally to do it? They don't know how to tell. They don't know how to tell. How do you tell something? Oh, see, you can get me started on this shit. And I'm like, listen, don't touch the kids. Okay? Don't touch the kids. Okay, I have no problem castration if you touch the kids. I'm just saying it. Okay? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, let me recant. I'm not sorry. That's my belief. Leave the kids alone. Okay? Leave the kids alone. I watched a video last night where Timmy found his voice and he felt safe enough to tell Patrick first. Nobody was leading him in this video that I watched. I believe Timmy, especially after I seen that. Hey, Kat, good to see you. Yes, and I run, if anyone is experiencing any type of domestic violence or sexual assault, there's a number in the chat that always scrolls. Nightbot puts it out. Please, if you need to reach out to somebody, please, today is your day. Make a plan with the people that you have, that they give you access to, okay? And I know that it's scary, and I know that it takes planning. You just can't leave because a lot of times things happen when people just leave. Make sure you do it with an advocate. Absolutely, the children alone, and Timmy too. I amen to that. And Timmy too. Let's leave the Whittakers alone. I mean, this whole thing just gets me frustrated. Like, I'm not emotionally invested, but it does get me upset because this family didn't go to social media. Social media came to this family, and it hasn't been the same since, man. Just because somebody's way of life isn't your way of life doesn't mean it's the wrong way of life. Some people are probably going to say, well, you should have maybe read the expiration date on the toothpaste before you bought it. Now you got bad toothpaste. Well, I didn't. So now you're going to talk shit about me and tell me I'm a bad human. I'm trying to kill myself because I got the bad toothpaste. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So everyone's going to have an opinion. If you have been around anyone abused, you see it. Like LadyK said, the girl she knew saw it. If anyone crossed the line, Timmy would have changed. Let me tell you what, they do. If you are in tune with anyone in your life, especially children, and you know their behaviors, okay, like what's normal for them, that they're normally happy, ready to go, happy, go lucky, life is looking great. All of a sudden they're silent. They don't look at you eye to eye. They're embarrassed. You're like, what's going on? Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And you need to ask. You need to ask. People that stay silent when they know that abuse is going on, in my opinion, are guilty of not helping. Do not sit in silence if you know that children are being hurt. Don't do it. Don't do it. I agree they didn't go to social media, but the Whittakers have been running scam scripting. That's what we've been told. That's what we've been told. They've been doing stuff for years, and I think it could be potentially a learned behavior. their, their mother and father. We don't know what they did, if they worked or not. We don't know the whole story. And I think with the Whittaker family, there's a lot of generational trauma that's been handed down through the years, right? And that makes people act differently. I think it's easier for some people to hate than to love, just like some would rather watch a train wreck than watch a love story, right? Oh, the gaper, there's called what is it? The Gaper's Gap. All right. And that's what you call it in the city of Chicago. That's what they call it on the news. The Gapers, it's a Gaper's Gap because people are slowing down in on I-55, the Stevenson Expressway. People are like going freaking a zillion miles an hour, but they're going to slow down to see that damn car wreck. Okay. And it's called the Gaper's Gap. All right. As creators, videographers, this is where MSM and professionals understand that the way things are perceived is often more important than what is actually happening or not. Right? Yeah, and that's why, I don't know if I deliver things in the proper way but I'm not, I'm not a journalist. I'm not, if you think about it, their parents had to move away from the family and be selective about who they were because they were cousins, right? Yes, exactly. That's the thing. It goes back. Absolutely. And I have been thinking about that a lot because they knew they had to keep it a secret. Okay. And I had been thinking about, like, why didn't anything happen? Well, I just don't want to put that out there because, like they say, once it's on the internet, always on the internet. But if you guys just sit back and think about, you're mean-spirited, Lady K. You are mean-spirited. You are sweet. You excluded in your voice and laugh. I'm mean-spirited. Oh no, I'm really not mean-spirited though. Leslie, girl. Okay, I mean, they said I'm mean. Oh, you are mean-spirited. I mean, you are not. Okay, you aren't. Oh, it says you are. You're Leslie up there. You said I was. I said I am. Oh, that's okay. I'm like I am. Man, I try not to be. I mean, I'm a smart ass once in a while. I'm like, oh, that hurt me in my heart. I believe the parents did touch them. Had to keep. Yes, I believe the parents. I don't know. See that's heavy. I'm old type bad. Okay. That damn arthritis got you, girl. I about made me cry. So mean spirited. Mm. Honey Child said, "Oh Lord, jeez. Oh my goodness. This is heavy. This is heavy. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay." Let me tell you what, I typed something in the chat one time that did not sound right and look right. Oh God. I'm like, how do I get rid of this? Lord, this is so bad. And I'm glad it was a chat that knew me. They're like, that was an error. I'm like, hell yeah, that was. I had to get this shit out of here. Oh. Bobby Atwell, call news furniture companies, mobile home. Lots of people will donate. Okay, so the family has been taught how to maneuver and make their way in tough. Yes, they have been taken advantage of and abused by people they had to fight fire with fire. Yep, and I think so. So I missed everything. So did Bobby get some good information in the chat? I mean, that may work, it may not work. I don't know. I'm not in the West Virginia. I know someone from West Virginia that know the Whittaker family, but they do not talk about it because they would never, ever want what they say to be put out. And we've made an agreement in our friendship not to talk about it. And that's a boundary, and I respect my friends' boundaries. But this was supposed to be a doggone Eric about is he a sinner or a saint? Well, if you read the paperwork, to me, he's like a saint, but there's a lot of information here, you know, and we haven't even dug into the ex-wife that, or the lady that Sarah. Okay, there's a lot of information there too. She has information for months, years about a lot of different stuff. Okay, and we're going to have those conversations. We're not going to talk about it today. Like I said, throughout the month of November, we're going to hit on Mr. Eric Carroll. He's more than welcome to grab a link, which I know that he will not. I know that he will not, because in my opinion, he'll do it on his own. It's really hard to believe who is telling. It is so hard. It's so hard to say who's, and that's why I try to stay somewhat neutral, because I don't know these people as you know, in their real life. So it's so hard to know. And is there half truths, or you know what I'm saying? I wish they would just go build Betty, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray full-time caregivers to help Betty with the three. Let BJ and Larry stay at Betty's old house, which would solve the problem, right? At the same time, they all have issues, and we, the public, are responsible for being of sound mind to not harm them. Absolutely, I agree with that. We should know better. We should know better, right? We should know better. But there are wolves out here. That's an ex-fiance. He married his ex-wife twice. There's another woman that I believe has a child of his that isn't one of those two also. Oh, boy. That Sarah's who I'm speaking about. And she has kept, and I believe, I don't know if he has paid all of his child support on it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm on the same wavelength right now with DJM. I'm for, I'd like to pretty much say Ray will not ever come back, in my opinion, unless there is in-home care in place for him, to help him at least, get up and stuff like that, and take care of his everyday needs. Not that he needs someone watching over him 24 hours a day. Maybe that's not the case, but he does need someone with his everyday skills. I don't think Ray will come home. He most likely has RA or lupus, and that can kill you, right? I don't think he'll be coming home. Timmy may be able to return home with guidance. I don't know. Lorraine, I don't know her health conditions. So I'm not really at liberty to say if they're able to return home or not because of their medical situation. I really don't know. Will never come back home, many issues. That's what I think Ray has some serious issues, in my opinion. And Lorraine may too, because Lorraine was consistently pointing to her head. Did that mean pain? Did that mean something else? What else was going on? I have no idea. I'm not in the healthcare field like that. I am not a doctor, so I'm not at liberty to say that at all. But that would be good if she came on piano. We all would respect her. I think she's behind. They're probably talking about you. Ready? Hillbilly's probably behind, but that's okay. She'll catch up. It would be nice to see Betty, Lorraine, and Timmy in a nice, clean home. It would be. 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 And it may be just an update, but I don't think that they need to have the cameras in their face anymore. That's done. Like, that is done, son. Like, no more. No more of that. I do believe professional experienced help. Yeah, they need experience. Okay? Not a family member getting paid to take care of them. Somebody that's experienced in it. Yeah, we don't make fun of people. We have fun, but I don't like, and I can read the chat, and I don't allow, if someone's dogpiling on somebody, I don't stand for it. Time each other out if you don't like what they're saying, but nobody wants to time each other out because they want to know what the other person's saying. I don't blame you, me too. I'm nosy. They come from an era time where you were taught not to tell your family business. Absolutely. And you don't trust the state or authorities. Parents taught you would come and take you away. What happens in my, here's the saying for you, Tara. What happens in my house stays in my house, right? And we don't talk to the people when they come and knocking on the door. That's none of their damn business. What happens in this house stays in this house. I'm sure you guys have heard that saying before. It just makes you sad, and we all love them. Yes, we fell in love with them. We did. We fell in love with their personalities. We had a good time with them. I learned their personalities too, and I thought it was a good time. I really did. Not to make fun of them. It wasn't in a negative way. It was, we got to learn their personalities. You know what I mean? Yep, no more videos. Did you see the comment from the ladies who cleaned out and came back and helped? No, I did not. I think that was, somebody said something on Facebook, but I don't do a lot of Facebook. We got a page going on over there, everybody. We're gonna get us a page going on over there. We're gonna live stream from here to there when we're able to, okay? Because Facebook got rules and stuff you got to obey. But we're trying to get there. It has to be 60 days old and 100 subscribers, I think. And we're gonna go over there and we're gonna do that. So maybe we'll make some new friends. But YouTube will always be my main place. Always. I like YouTube. I like my friends and my computer on YouTube. But we're gonna venture over to, we're gonna go out of the country from YouTube to Facebook. We're leaving country for a little while, but we'll always be on YouTube. Always. I didn't see it. Yeah, Whittakers are not receiving money for food this month. Give them their, yeah, give them their, they're not receiving the link card. Do you guys, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think that, and he would donate? Yes, he did. Do you guys think that the money is still tangible? Do you guys think that the money's still available with Patrick and with Eric? Tell me in the chat. Do you guys think that the money is still accessible? Like, is it still there? Is it still, or has it been spent or not there? Thanks everyone for your advice, but in the area I'm from, there isn't anything or any type of help around here for someone when something like this has happened to them. But honestly, thanks. Okay, Bobby. Damn, Bobby, I hope things will get better for you. Over here, people will try to, tell you the resources and stuff, but I never, ever ask anyone to help because it never turns out well. And I don't ever want to lead anyone that you get hurt or anyone else get hurt. That's why whenever some people have cash apps and stuff, I never would do anything like that, because that's where people get into trouble. Not that you would, and not the person helping you would. If I don't start no shit gonna happen. But it feels in my heart that I would like to help you, but I just don't know how. Okay? I just want to put that out there. I want to help you, but I just don't know how. The Whittakers are not receiving food this month. Yes, I agree. This was after they took the 3. There was 2 women who lived in or near Odd and made friends with Betty and went back like once a week on. Oh yeah, I remember she had like a friend. They were talking about the friend. She had a friend, I think, right? I think, okay, not with Patrick. Eric, yes. Patrick, no. I think a lot of money has been spent. Patrick, sadly, no. Eric, yeah, maybe. So it's mixed. I would say that the money is gone. So it's a very mixed. It's very mixed. Good question. If they have figured out a way to hide the money, Eric will have hidden it. See, it's a mixed review. Tara, no one is in mental situation getting shock there. I hope that no one's getting shock therapy. I didn't see that. Things have gotten to get better. Thank you, Lady K, and I totally understand. I feel like I want to help you, but I just don't know how, and I don't want to ever put someone in a situation. I've seen a lot. We have to remember, put yourself in my situation here and seeing what I've seen go on, it just not a good look for me. So no disrespect to you, no disrespect to you, none at all. I think the money is there. Maybe it wasn't always there, but so my dog's barking, and he never does. So let me see what he's barking at. He never barks. Little Tiki gonna bark. What you barking at, baby? What you barking at, baby? What you barking at? Is the neighbor okay? Okay. You guys remember the last time my dog barked? My neighbor's golf cart fell on his chest and broke his ribs. But his car's gone, so it's not him. He's not barking now. I don't know. But I don't ignore the barks anymore. Because last time if I would have ignored his bark, then my neighbor could have died. 60 days, 100 subs, and I know, Kim, I'm like, what in the hell? Like, this told me different, but I guess, but I don't know anything about that page, so he's still might be a bird. He don't like birds. I don't see anyone outside, and my neighbor's car is gone, so he don't like birds. Yeah, they're sitting on that money. They ain't dumb enough to spend it. Kim says they ain't spent that. They ain't dumb enough. That'll get you fed time there. And yeah, I don't want you to take it the wrong way, Bobby. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I've just seen so much that, Yeah, check neighbor, I did. But his car's gone. So it's not him. Like, what did he do now? Eric has made more money than he possibly could have spent, I think. Hope he has. Says, oh man, I'm gonna tell you what I was seeing, that they've made some pretty good money. And now this is all allegedly, I can't prove it, but the analytics say on, Playbook and all that they've made over about $200,000 in just a couple months. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for following me over there. We're inching up, and that's okay. It's all right. Natural growth is healthy growth, right? Eric, Patrick should get You think Eric and Patrick should get out? No, I don't. I have to disagree with that one, Betsy. Now something's going on. Hang on a second. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Someone went by and was honking. I don't know. I went all the way over to look to see if my neighbor is doing something, and he's not even there. Okay, let me explain one comment. Okay, it would be content if they just got the donations and then fight in court over the content money. I would be content if they just got the donations and then fight in court over the content money. Huh. pretty bird. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement to say. Um, just to be honest with you, that's a pretty bold statement to say. Um, but for me, I think that whatever the contract, whatever the initial contract was, needs to be stood by. Period. No more, no less, because that's what the Whittakers agreed upon, apparently, allegedly, right? So, in my opinion, no more, no less. Whatever was agreed upon, that's what needs to take place. I don't know what that is, honestly, because no one's seen the contract. At least I haven't. Yeah, I gotta run. Thanks for your conversation. Okay, honey child. Thank you, honey. Have a great weekend. Oh, I say Eric had nothing to do with the packages, but Patrick did say he opened the packages before he took them to the Whittakers. In my opinion, Patrick shouldn't open the gifts. Have you been on the side, like, raising hell? Because he's been barking, and I thought maybe it was Al. No? Huh. I don't know. I gotta, okay, thank you. The contract will probably have to go to court. Probably, but I think that it needs to be honored, and that's it, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. Yeah, Angel. I don't think so either. They shouldn't have to fight for anything that belongs to them. I agree, and I see that too. They shouldn't have to fight for something that already belongs to them. Yeah, if they have a lawyer, you bet your ass they'll get their money. Yep. But that's the thing. What will be sad is all the money that could potentially be going to them will be, fought out and used with the paying for attorneys. That don't make any sense. People need to be adults. They need to come to the table, look at the contract, divvy up what's owed to each individual. Even Patrick needs his cut. Even Eric needs his cut. And the Whittakers need their cut. Period. Plain and simple. It's, it is what it is. It shouldn't be anything different than what. It may be some interest added because the Whittakers did not have access. You know what I mean? If they have to sue, I hope Eric has to pay their attorney fees. Someone needs to pay for it because they shouldn't even be in this situation, in my opinion. A lot's happened to this family. I mean, this is it's gotten ugly, and I don't think it's going to get any better. But does anyone know if Aggressive Defiance someone had said in the chat that he might be calling in the West Virginia State Police to see if there's still an investigation going, and he said he would have a live. So let's see I want to look to see if he's got one scheduled, because that would be interesting. I'm definitely going to watch that. Let's see. And he said he might do an afternoon live. So, and if he's live now, we're going to jump over there. Let's see. Aggressive live. No, he doesn't have anything scheduled yet. Let's see if he posted. No, he hasn't posted. Because, okay. He said that last night he was off work today. Yeah, he said last night he was going to call. Yeah, that's what I was checking. I didn't want to run over. He was hoping to do an afternoon. Yeah, I didn't want to be live at the same time. Not that, you have to ask permission or anything. It's just kind of common courtesy. Sometimes I'm going to go live in the evening, and then if he's on, I don't. Because a lot of people come back and forth, and I don't want to put anyone in that situation. Not that it's a requirement, not that I have to do that or he has to do it for me. It's just kind of a respect thing, respecting each other's time and what, all that. But he might have said, heck no with you guys. I'm going to take my whole day off. Oh, well, I had to bring Judy out because Kim donated $10 to the StreamYard fund, and I always appreciate it. Never required, but always appreciated. So good time to bring Judy on board. Judy, it's Friday. get up here and show us how to thrust our pelvises. We have to do a sexy one because it's Friday, ladies. Make sure you get sexy with your lovers this weekend. We're old enough to say sexy. Okay, we're old enough to put on the lingerie. Ladies, put on the lingerie this evening or this weekend for your honey bunny, okay? And do what Judy does.
Oh, Ben. Hi there. This is a little something to cool you off, I think. I've got these two cute guys behind me, and you'll never guess what they want me to do. Hold it! Look out. They want to be seduced. Can you believe it? Whoa. Yeah. Hug him. Hug him. Arum. Arum. Come on, find your pelvis. I know you've got one, and it's okay to move it, for heaven's sake. Yes. Yeah, do it again. He likes to be real cool. They both like to be real cool. Do you? I hope so. Oh, look out, look out, look out. Hug him. Now, from the top. Oh, Ben. Hi there. This is a little something to cool you off.
Thank you so much for that. It's always appreciated, right? There goes my hip. Bobby, you need to relax. You don't need to be doing no pelvic thrusting. Okay, you don't need to be doing it. No pelvic thrusting with doggone Judy. Get your damn hip out of place. Okay? Don't do that. All right. Let me see what this is. All right. View this on StreamYard. Gotta cut this out. We all need cuts for emotional, right? We all need our cuts, right? We all need our, amen to that. All right. We all need our cuts for freaking emotional distress. They've made us all emotionally distressed over here, right? Holy cow. I agree. I agree. That's the culture there. Trust me. I agree, but that's how things are done there. And a lot of our victim traumatized to deal with the law. Yeah, it's sad. A lot of places they don't take victims and treat them the right way, in my opinion. Lady K, look at this comment. You need some attention right here. Try doxing me. I know where you. Well, let me tell you, Chief Rocca, 1974. Make sure you bring your ass to my house before the sun sets today. Come on, bring your ass to my house. Look at the kind of nice things I get here. All right, this person must want some attention, so we're going to give it to him. I would never dox anybody, first and foremost, because that I don't give a damn where you live. Okay, unless you invite me to dinner, I'm not coming over. But let me tell you what, since you know where I live and you would like to call me a bitch, I will be more than happy to tell you, bring your ass over here. Okay, and you're not invited. But if you're ballsy enough to show up on my property, let me tell you what happens in the state of Florida when you cross a no trespassing sign in the state of Florida, and I fear for my life. Go ahead and look up that law. And let me tell you, I'm a pretty good shot. Born and raised on a farm with 5 brothers. Okay, and we used to hunt for our dinner. I'll just put that out there. I'll leave you right on top there. AT&T. Same here in Missouri. What the hell? People need to get alive. Sorry, Lady K, you have to deal with that. Yeah, January, Larry. But they're more. Would you like a link to tell me about myself? Because over here, let me tell you. Come on up here, baby. Here, let me drop this link for you real quick before I get off of here. I'll be more than happy. Come on, big bad badass. Bring your ass up here. Bring your ass. There's the link. You ain't got to show your face. Come on. Come on, honey. Come over here and tell me about myself. I'll wait. How long you want me to wait? Well, here's what I'll do for you. While we wait for you to grow a pair of balls, then we'll listen to this, and you have until this song. What did I miss? Who we waiting for? Well, read the screen, Poopsie. Someone said they know where I live, bitch. Thanks for doxing me. I don't dox nobody. I don't give a damn where you live. Unless you invite me to dinner, and you better fix me fucking steak. Okay? Because I don't come to nobody's house unless we're having a steak. Hurt more people. That's why I think they had reported that violent crime. Yeah, a lot of people think they should have. Yeah, Pam, come on up. We're all waiting. I mean, we'll wait here. We'll wait. We'll give you another 1 minute. Okay, there's the link. Let me drop that link again in case it got lost in the chat. See, no shame in our game, honey. No shame in our game. And I bet you're looking through my window too, right at me. Good. Let me moon you. Moon over my hammy. We will love the light on for you, asshole. Who wants to meet Jesus? Kim? My kind of talk, baby. All right. Well, I think what we need to do here is... all right. I'm glad that my computer can track IP addresses, so I'm just going to copy that real quick. All right. Lady K, I want to say you have awesome lives, and I enjoy being here. You speak your mind, and I love that about you. I appreciate you. Wow. I know, Bobby, right? That's not nice, is it? But they need attention, so I'm going to leave it up there. Okay. They need attention from me, so I'm going to leave it up there. I don't get coffee today, and I feel it. Baby, my comment was misinterpreted. I agree they should get the content. Okay, just feel it will have to go to court, babe. Okay, so Betsy wants to say she believes that they should get the content money. It was misinterpreted. Got you. Okay, so she believes that they should get it too. It might have to go through court. Not nice whatsoever. Bobby, that isn't nice, is it? But I have a husband, and he has no problem protecting his wife. And I don't have no problem protecting myself, honey. All right? I have no problem protecting myself over here. We bad bitches over here, okay? Oh. All right. Say if you want your butthole packed with cotton. Shoe up, right? Oh, my goodness. Well, I gave the person enough time, I think. So, well, they can shoot. I hope they have their shoes on too, Angel. Later, y'all. I have the best day ever. Peace. Yeah, I gotta get off of here too, and go. Make sure I have people on my property so we can dance tonight. All right. I appreciate every single one of you coming on and spending a couple hours with me today. It's always a pleasure. I'll probably see you over the weekend. If not, make sure you take care of yourself out here. Take care of each other. I'm gone.
Yeah.